one by one with you globe earthers. So it's wonderful to be. How do you know the Earth's a globe? Tell us your primary information that you have.
I know because flat earthers cannot provide proof of a container around Earth. That's how I know.
That doesn't logically follow.
Oh, we can follow it. All right.
Okay, so let's put it in the form of syllogism. If flat earthers don't tell container, therefore globe, you're a retard.
Exactly.
Congratulations. You go on mute, bro. You're fucking too dumb for this combo. Next. Zach, how do you know the Earth is a globe?
Because if I walk in the same direction, eventually I'm gonna be in the same place.
Hold on, let me say you walk. So who did that? First of all, how did you get over the oceans walking in the same direction? Are you Jesus Christ? Did you walk on water?
Yeah, so if I actually, like, if you draw out the
We don't want hypotheticals of what you think you could do. No, dude. No, you're not answering the question, Zach.
Yes, I have.
Zach, you're not answering the question.
That I haven't done it? How could you prove that I haven't done it?
Because you can't walk on water, motherfucker.
No, I said I've sailed across the ocean. How can you prove I haven't done it?
In a straight line?
Yeah, it's very possible.
And you don't know how sailing works because you have your course in your heading.
No, you
can't sail in a straight line, dude. Go learn how to actually sail.
Do you want me to send it on the side chat, the path?
Okay, yeah, I'll post diagrams of how to sail with courses and headings on there. The direction you're pointed isn't direction you're going. You dumb fuck. Okay.
I'll send it in the chat right now.
Yeah, that's cool. Make sure you post a diagram of how a boat works with courses and headings. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Dumb fuck. Okay, so you didn't tell me how you know the Earth is a globe. You're giving me hypotheticals of how you could know it. I don't want that. I want how you know it now.
No, I'm not giving you a hypothetical. I'm telling you I've literally done it.
So you sailed over land?
Yes.
Okay, you're going on mute. Bye. So you don't know the Earth is a globe. Bye.
Hey, Globies, if you've got to lie for your globe, that should already clue you into how bankrupt your worldview is.
So I really want to get to Hypatia because he said he's 100% certain. So tell us how you know the Earth is a globe and not how somebody else knows it. How you know it.
Because I love Protagoras and I love modern science. And
okay,
I love
like who you
space.
Love doesn't like who you
He's
love
a delinquent.
doesn't tell us how you know the Earth is a globe. You could go fucking Teddy Ruxpin. No one cares. Yeah, that's
an emotional. It's an emotional feeling.
You're telling me how you know something about your emotions. How do you know the Earth is a globe? We're talking about the Earth, not your emotional state.
Yes. I believe the testings of shadows shows it's a sphere through what the Greeks did.
No, because you have to assume it's a globe, so you don't know the Earth is a globe because you have fundamental assumptions.
And you're just saying that
so no, because you have Hypatia. So the Eratosthenes, they assume the Earth is a globe and they assume parallel rays.
No, they didn't.
Neither which. Okay, I'm going to post peer-reviewed paper that says they do.
So you're saying they already knew it was a globe, then said it was a globe?
No, they didn't. How would they already know it if that's the evidence, right? That's circular logic.
Right, they found out it was a globe.
How so?
No.
By doing the testings with the geometry and the shadows and the lunar cycles and all that stuff. I forget the whole...
shadows, the lunar cycles, the seasons, the heat, the summer. It's all globe.
Okay. And none of this, all these, so Hypatia, what you're missing is all these are inferences, and inferences aren't knowledge, right? So you're doing what's called affirming the consequence. Okay? You know what that is, an affirming the consequent form of logical fallacy?
What? I'm just agreeing with their conclusions that it was a sphere. How's that a fallacy?
No, this isn't about your logic. Your logic is flawed.
You realize conclusion is unjustified. The logic and reason and Greek rationalism.
Could you guys stop pretending that it's anything other than just...
Do you think all Greeks after Eratosthenes were globe earthers? Well, they weren't.
Most of them.
Some Greeks were globe earthers. Some were flat earthers.
You realize Aristotle was a geocentrist, where it was a globe in the center of the universe.
Who cares? Thales of Miletus, who invented Thales' theorem, was a flat earther.
Okay, so
was Axiomander. Hold on, so was Axiomander. So was Hipparchus. Like, you want me to go on? I'll just rattle off flat Earth fucking Greeks if you want.
Okay, then it's not some weird cover-up NASA thing if Aristotle.
Yeah, who cares about that?
A globe in the middle of.
Who cares what NASA's doing? I said, how do you know? You're the one that's 100% certain.
Yes, by studying the conclusions of how it's round with the shadows
Okay,
and the
so
geometry.
you're 100% certain because
Yes.
somehow
Cringe.
you. Yeah, this is cringe.
It's cringe
So
to think it's flat, dude.
No,
No,
we
it's
know
cringe that
flat.
you pretend that you
But
believe
do you
the Earth's a
realize
ball
people that
because of
drink blood
shadows
thought the
and
Earth was
Greeks.
flat?
And just
So
to be
what?
honest, dude,
We already covered
So
the
what?
Epstein
It means
thing, right?
nothing.
So
It
there's
literally means
pedophiles
nothing.
running around. Yeah, so check this out. You want to go that route, Hypatia? There's more pedophiles in totality that are globe earthers than flat earthers.
That doesn't lead to any enlightening truth. It doesn't mean any. Even if it's flat, who cares? It doesn't mean shit.
Okay, it does mean
here we
shit.
go.
It means the ontological primitive
the
created.
earth
So I'm telling you what it leads to.
I gotta go, dude. But this
Yeah,
is
you
fun.
better run.
I love how they pretend
I
that they
think for that
believe
to be meaningful, you would have to have a per capita number.
because of spinning ball, because of shadows and Greeks, and they're pretending that it's not just the government space cartoons that they put their faith in. Like
Yeah,
they came to this because they heard a story about a Greek guy measuring shadows. The only reason they know about Eratosthenes is because they've tried debating flat Earth.
That's absolutely true. And the guy who said, well, you need a per capita number for it to be meaningful, doesn't matter what your number is. Doesn't logically follow because some dude did something that some flat earther, it means something about flat Earth. So
Yeah, I think that was his point.
Stupid argument in the first place.
Yeah, that was his point.
What's your CW?
No, his point was he was drawing like if blood drinking fucking crazy person, they were flat earthers, that there's some correlation between them. There isn't.
No, I think he repeatedly says that doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the argument at all.
Then why does he keep saying it? That's like the third time he's brought it
Because
up.
he was pointing out that your argument also was irrelevant.
What part?
The part where you attack the character or bring up irrelevant shit.
What did I say to attack the character? Go ahead. Yeah, why can't you say what I said, dude, that attacked the character, dude?
I didn't write it down word for word. I don't remember.
You're a liar.
Give me a general idea. Who is the subject of the attack?
They're not hearing the words, they're just feeling the emotions.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's just
You're
an
just a
emotional
lying
argument
piece of
for
shit,
all
dude.
of these guys.
Crazy,
it's just
dude.
emotion. There's no logic, there's no evidence, it's just emotion. That's all it is.
Yeah. Cooper's already
Globers.
shown himself to be a triggered spaz here many times, just a brain dead idiot. We could see if CW will take the mic.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. CW or Killa seem to be quite upset, and I want, like, I don't know why you guys are upset. I asked you how you know the Earth is a globe, but you don't know it.
Killa is upset. What I did, bro? I didn't even spoke.
No, you seemed upset earlier when you were talking to Dandelion.
No, I've been upset because how she spoke, you know, like I can understand it. Like I'm not like how you say it, like
so Dandelion has made observations. So when she says, "Yeah, I know it's flat," it's based upon real world experience. Whereas when Zach is saying something, it's based upon ideas that he heard from somebody else.
The government space cartoons.
So Dandelion has many times observed the Chicago skyline from across Lake Michigan, which is 52 miles. And the globe Earth says you shouldn't be able to see the Chicago skyline. Okay, I hate speaking for another person, but that's just the fact of the matter. Okay, she's showing pictures of it.
Absolutely.
And it's not like she's the only one. There's plenty of photos of it. So go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna tell CW. I get like when people are like spouting their nonsense like Zach was, it's I tried to let him, I'm sitting there, let him say his thing, let him get it out. But when he's making claims that are like so wrong, and that's what these globers do, they filibuster with their fake claim because they're trying to influence the audience in a deceptive way. So CW, that's why you might have judged that you thought I was too hard on Zach.
One mute, Cooper.
Whether Zach knows it or not, he's using deceptive sophistry tactics. He might just be imitating someone else. He might not even know that that's what he's doing. But because we're here to try to get the truth and the facts out to people, I can't let someone, it's like, it just like grinds my gears to hear someone say that Hypatia Russia's religious globe adherence that has zero evidence to back it up whatsoever is in any way parallel to our meticulous observations of thousands of different long-distance observations, radio wave propagation, infrared photography, laser tests, and horizon calculations that mathematically demonstrate that there's no curve. So I'm sorry you don't like it, CW, but that's what was going on there. Thanks for your attention. And yes, India, that whole bunch.
So Kill, if you noticed, the first thing out of Zach's pie hole was a poisoning a well attempt. All you have to do is go see a first year university course, blah blah blah. Well, obviously he's never been to university because they don't teach you shit in the first year. You're taking English composition, philosophy, biology, very basic shit. Okay? So he's never been to university. Well, Mary Mom has. So he started with poisoning the well and then started talking nonsense. Dandelion handled that quite well because I don't know, I would have freaking crashed out for that. Because he was just talking nonsense. He's being rude on top of it.
Only because I expended all my energy from 2 hours of ladies' night. Like if he'd come at the beginning, yeah, he might have gotten a different version of Dandelion. But now he's got the worn out version. Lucky him.
Yeah, he's got the tired of your shit version.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, guy, another Glober bites the dust. Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
You always know it's going to be a desperate attempt when their first thing is to butcher shadows and Eratosthenes. They've just Googled how to debunk the flat Earth, and they haven't understood it. I bet you got many questions.
Okay, so like if you say like you charter a plane, right, and you fly from one city, and you keep flying in the same direction, and you end up in the same city, what is your conclusion then?
Who did that?
I'm saying like you could do that tomorrow.
Oh, could you? So who did it?
That?
How would I know? I mean, do you want me to
how do you know that, Zach,
me
that you can
flying
do
a plane
that?
across the world?
Yeah, who did it? Or are you just imagining it? Based on the cartoon stories you were told as a child?
What do you mean cartoon stories? Dude,
you were told a cartoon story about traveling in one direction and ending up back where you started. So who did that?
Dude, I wish I had extra money laying around. I would literally.
Okay, so you don't know. So just we'll put that under the imagination category.
Finding a plane that flies 25,000 miles on a single gas tank.
I mean, there's a lot of.
Yeah, but you're talking about circumnavigation, dude. You're talking about circumnavigation.
So, like, my question for you is, if you actually did that and you ended up in the same city, what would you change your mind?
Okay, well, let's say if we're doing hypotheticals, let's say you measured the Earth and found out that it was flat. What would you think?
I don't know. Like, what do you mean by measure? How? Measure how?
Well, you measure over a distance and you see if there's a drop due to the curvature that they claim, and it's not there. What would you think then?
Dude, the only way I would think the Earth is flat is if I go into space and I see the Earth is flat.
Well, what if you measure the surface and you find that there's no curve?
There would have to be another explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, what would the explanation be? What would the other explanation be? What would the other explanation be for there's no curve?
Dude, I know you're baiting me into saying like, oh, that wouldn't happen, and you'll be like, oh, it actually is. So go ahead.
Follow it through. You're giving us hypotheticals, so why can't I give you one?
Okay, I would think the Earth is flat, but go ahead, tell me why it's flat.
Okay, well there you go.
Because
it measures flat. There you go.
Okay.
So there's no curve.
How does it measure flat?
Well, because there's no curve.
What do you mean there's no curve?
Was it measured?
Well, you know how a ball.
The technique of measurement, like is that?
Well, hold on. Before we get to that, before we get into the detail, you understand that a ball has a curved surface.
A ball has a curved surface, yeah.
Yeah, well, Earth does not.
Earth doesn't have a curved surface?
No.
So if you take like the strongest binoculars and you see a ship going off like the horizon and you don't see it anymore because it's literally impossible to see it because it's on the other side of the world.
How far away is the ship?
I don't know, like 100 kilometers.
Okay,
Not
what's your
even, not
observer height?
100 kilometers. Let's say like 1,000 kilometers, because 100
Okay, what's your observer height?
Let's say like I don't know, 500 meters.
Okay, well that'll be welcome to flat Earth then.
What do you mean, welcome to flat Earth?
Well, if you've seen a ship 1,000 kilometers away from 500 meters,
I'm
that
saying no.
that
If
would
you
not work
don't,
on a
you're not
globe.
going to see it. I'm saying you wouldn't
Why
be able
would
to see
you?
it.
Question is, why would you?
What do you mean?
How
why?
big would it be anyway?
So what,
Yeah,
did you see it at
big,
9?
smaller?
like, so
I'm saying you're using.
hold on, Zach.
using-
Zach.
Okay.
Things get smaller with distance, right? The further away they are, the smaller they look. How small would
Oh,
a
yeah,
ship
of
look from
course.
1,000 kilometers? You think you'd be able to see that?
It'd be pretty small with like just your bare eyes,
So why say 1,000 kilometers
Okay,
then?
so hold on a second. So
because we're using
for
like,
every
very
doubling of the
powerful
distance,
binoculars.
okay, so for every doubling of the distance, it's half the size.
Okay.
So what it looks like, say it's a 200-foot ship. Tallest ship in the world is 250 feet. Now let's say it's 10 miles away and you see it. 20 miles away, it's going to be half the size. 40 miles away, it's going to be half that size. 80 miles away, it's going to be half that size. 160 miles away, you're talking 1,000 kilometers. We're talking about fucking, what? 20 fucking halvings, dude? You think you're going to see it
I
with
mean,
binoculars?
we could use a digital binocular, and then it would just be a pixel.
That wouldn't
and we'd
matter,
still be-
dude. We're talking 20 halvings.
Okay, let's say
You know how exponents
like
work.
100 kilometers.
So
Okay.
100 kilometers, what, you said you're not seeing the boat? How far are you seeing the boat? That's the question. When do you
Depends on
stop
like I
seeing
don't know
it?
the day's visibility.
Depends on what?
The current day's like visibility.
The visibility. Okay, so that's the
Yeah.
factor that's going to impact whether we see
It's not
something
like
in the
the
distance
factor,
or not.
but like it definitely.
Well, what
like,
you're trying to
definitely-
prove as a factor, though, Zach, is curvature of the surface, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. So you need to prove that, not that visibility is going to stop us seeing things. Angular size of the object. You need to be proving that it's a curved surface, remember? So how are you going to do that?
So why would the you not being able to see the ship anymore not prove that it's not curved? I don't understand. Like,
Well, because you can't see forever, even on a flat surface. You think your eyes don't have... Well, you just said it yourself. Visibility. You got a weather app? See how it says the visibility today is 10 miles?
yeah,
5
I'm not saying
miles?
that's like the only factor.
So why does the weather app's visibility change in distance? Is the globe shrinking and growing?
Oh no, it changes
No?
due to like clouds and
Clouds,
air quality.
air quality. Okay, so not curvature then.
Well, why would curvature affect
Yeah,
curvature
good
affect
point. Why
visibility?
would non-existent curvature
But,
affect your
like, why would
visibility? Well, that's your whole argument, isn't it, Zach? That you're not seeing things because of
it's not-
curvature.
Dude, you're treating this like it's like a fucking philosophy debate. The Earth is
No,
objectively
no.
round.
We're
Like,
trying to
this
talk
isn't
about
we're not talking about
the
ethics.
geometry of the surface, which is not philosophy. You're trying to talk vaguely about seeing things or not seeing things not attributable to any Earth curvature, which is actually the thing that you're trying to argue for. So you need to prove the Earth curvature is the thing that's going to stop objects from being seen. But so far, you've just said the atmospheric conditions.
So how about this? Like when you're observing like a coastline, right? Let's think of it from the ship's point of view. Let's say like there's a mountain and you're coming towards the coastline. You're gonna see the top of the mountain first before you see the base. Would that not
Yeah, and-
show that there is curvature?
No.
No, there is no
don't understand.
curvature.
You don't understand
So-
how vision and optics work. That's
So
not
why do we
curvature.
see? Okay. So
You
why
just
do
don't
we
understand
see?
how
Okay.
that shit works, bro. That's all it is.
No,
You,
I think like it's quite the opposite, but I'm not gonna like argue about like who understands what.
Nah, come on, dude. Come on,
They
dude. You don't know
No,
anything about
I'm
perspective
being
at all.
So how about
serious,
if I
though.
go to? Okay, how about if I go to like Argentina or like fucking like Australia? Why do I see different constellations than I would see? I don't know, none of it.
Ugh.
You're just going to scattergun a million questions. Well, you're under a different part of the sky, so you're going to see a different part of the sky. Pretty simple.
Yeah, the lights don't
Why-
follow you around, Zach.
Why could I not just like use a telescope to look at it at a different angle? It's flat. Should I not be able to see all of it at the same
No, you still
time?
can't see forever, remember? You've got atmospheric conditions. You've got visibility. Check your weather app.
We're talking about I don't know. So we're talking about like a telescope. We're not
We're
talking
talking
about
about
like
why
a
no one
projector
can
anymore.
produce any
Light still comes
evidence
to the
that
telescope.
the surface is
Telescope
actually
don't cure
curved.
anything, dude.
You speculating on why you can or cannot see lights in the sky is not evidence that you live on a big giant spinning ball of water in a vacuum, Zach.
Dude, so what the fuck was like the Hubble telescope doing? Like even like
Not taking pictures of a ball Earth.
Who cares?
Okay, why would the government want us if say like
Why
the
would they
Earth was
lie?
flat,
Why would they lie
fine.
now? Okay. So
Okay,
no.
Why would
no
the government lie? Zach, do you think the government lies?
No, obviously they do, but let's take a
Oh,
different
right, okay.
approach to
Why do
this
the government lie?
conversation.
Why do they lie, Zach?
Because it benefits them.
Okay,
on
there you
certain
go.
things.
Use
So
that
how does
answer.
this benefit them? Tell me that.
Lying liars lie about lying.
Yeah, well, it benefits them.
Can you rationalize the
Well, NASA are making about $80 million a day. So would some people benefit from $80 million a day? I'm sure they do.
Could they not make a lot more?
Well, you can speculate on what the hell they're spending that money on, Zach, or what else they could do. But you just asked who would benefit. Who could benefit? Well, there's $80 million a day. There's 80 million reasons a day why someone might lie.
Dude,
yeah,
but you're acting like NASA's like a private company. It's a
Zach.
Why would the government? It's not like the government.
Why would the government that you just said lies all the time
tax
lie?
money anyways. Why would they not allocate it?
Cycle, let me ask him a question. Let's say we had signed confessions from all the government officials. We lied about the shape of the Earth is flat. Would you then be a flat earther? Would that prove the Earth is flat if they all signed confessions?
I wouldn't prove it, but I'd be more inclined for sure.
Okay, because they signed confessions. So a bunch of liars signed confessions, and you're like, yeah, I believe you now.
There's your problem, Zach. You just showed that you're appealing to authority. You're not appealing to reason, logic, or empiricism.
I said,
yeah, you just said you'd be more inclined to believe it if the government said so. You just said,
yeah, I would probably take you guys more seriously.
The government are a bunch of liars, but if they tell you something, you're more likely to believe it than people that you don't know are liars, which is us. We're not here lying to you. So you're just showing that you're a bit of a statist.
I don't think you guys are liars.
Yeah, we're not liars, but you think the government are liars, but you're saying if they told you something, you'd be more likely to believe it because they're liars, I guess.
No, I don't think you guys are liars. I think you guys are maybe like delusional, but...
We're delusional. Well, let's explore that. Delusion is the inability to perceive correctly the natural world around you or what's going on around you. We perceive a flat, motionless Earth. So do you. We accept that. You claim, no, that's an illusion. We're actually on a big, giant spinning ball. So technically, you would fit the definition of delusion much more than we would. You understand?
I explain that in simpler words. I'm just a simpleton.
You experience directly, observe with your senses, a flat, motionless surface of the Earth.
Right.
But you don't accept that. You think something else is the reality, right? Which is in contradiction to your natural experience and senses. Delusion is defined as someone who cannot comprehend the natural world or thinks that something different is going on with the natural world than what is really going on. So by that definition, you would fit delusion because you reject your experience of the natural world in favor of something that you don't perceive, a big spinning ball Earth. You don't perceive that. You don't experience it with any sense.
So, do you? Okay. Interesting argument. Let's go with that. If
it's an argument, it's a fact.
Do you believe that people who have do you believe that people who have schizophrenia experience their illusions, like have sensory experiences?
No.
Do you?
What's that?
I said, okay, let's go by your sensory argument. Do you believe that people who have schizophrenia actually like have a sensory experience of their delusions?
Well, that's kind of irrelevant. We're talking about the physical natural world and what it's observed, measured, and practically used to be. No, not if it's a figment of your imagination or just a story you've been told with no empirical backing.
Are you saying everybody in the world that experiences a flat Earth through all time, are they're all schizophrenic?
No, I don't think they're schizophrenic. He's making
well, nobody's
argument.
About it, Zach.
I'm not trusting
my argument. This equivalence you're making between schizophrenia and their inability to perceive the senses correctly, and everybody else That ain't really flying, bro.
But his argument was that I'm delusional because I'm not trusting my.
No, you called us delusional,
theory
and I
of-
simply pointed out that you fit the definition of delusional a lot more than we do because you reject what you experience with your senses
Yeah,
in
my argument
favor of a
is like
story you've
that's
been told.
my argument is that like you shouldn't always trust what like you experience.
Yeah, you should trust that lying government instead, right?
So you should trust the
No.
opposite. So you
Well, that's what you're doing,
should
Zach.
so Zach, should you trust the opposite of what you experience?
No, but I'm just saying like by
hold on.
principle, like
hold on.
if I get my hand cut off and I get painkillers and I
No,
don't feel
you're
the
not
pain
going
anymore,
Oh
to.
it
my
doesn't mean my
God.
hand is
False
gone.
You sound like
analogy,
you sound like an
non-sequitur.
idiot, dude.
I don't sound like
Well,
how do I
Zach,
sound like
the
an
thing
idiot?
you
It's
need
a pretty
to,
sound argument.
Zach, the thing you need to take
I
up.
wanted to stop right where you said where I was talking about the opposite. So you believe
Okay.
the opposite. The Earth is not curving objectively, measurably, testably, and practically used as flat. But you believe the opposite, that it's a curve, that it's actually a sphere. We don't sense any motion, nor has any motion ever been detected by any means or any technology by anyone in all of human history. And you believe the opposite, that you see the sky moving above you in a rotational fashion, but you think
Right.
it's you that's moving without any detection. So you also believe that gas pressure can be obtained without a container when in all experiences
Mhm.
and all tests or demonstrations, the only way you can have gas pressure is with a container. You believe the opposite of that too? So you believe the opposite of what you actually experience.
Right.
So yeah, you fit the definition of delusional.
Okay.
But
And
Zach,
it,
just to cap off what I was just saying.
well, let
Sorry,
me just
just
bring up
to.
one quick point. Just one quick point, second. The way we know someone's schizophrenic is because everybody else is not experiencing what that person experiences. In this
Right.
case, everybody's experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
what,
every
like,
human being, hold on, just let me finish off this and then I'm going to go on mute. So I'll let someone else speak to you.
okay.
But I mean, just think about it. Every single human being in history has only ever experienced the flat, motionless Earth. So when I'm saying that, I'm not saying that you're schizophrenic or that you are delusional, etc. I'm making that point because you brought up delusional, and ironically, it more fits the Glober's case than ours. But the point of that is really to make you understand that we experience the Earth one way. That's not to say that you should just accept that at face value and not consider anything else. But it does mean that that's your starting point, that's your default. And then there's a positive claim being made that it's not what it looks like, it's actually a big spinning ball. That's got a burden of proof, right? So they need to prove that to you, and they haven't. They've just shown you images, videos, told you stories. So that's the point. What we're doing here is we're pointing out to people that they haven't given us evidence, they've given us claims. And when we test those claims, they fail in reality. So anyway,
Okay.
take that how you will.
All right. Well, thanks for that. But
Yeah, good luck.
So, thank you.
Thanks,
I
Cyclone.
guess I have like a quick question. Like, do you guys think like the moon is a sphere?
I mean, it has some properties of a sphere, some properties of a sphere it doesn't have. But
So
it
is
doesn't
the
matter
Earth the
because
only?
it doesn't tell you what the Earth is.
Okay, yeah, but so the
but let me.
so the
I know
Earth
where you're
is the
going with
only
this.
thing that's flat.
Okay, look, I know you're going with this. Okay, the only thing. Yes. So you've adopted a philosophy without realizing it. It's called the Copernican principle. That principle states that Earth has no unique place in the universe. It's just like everything else. And if you take this philosophy and then you look in the sky and you see a bunch of balls, you go, well, the Earth's not unique. It's just like everything else, and everything else looks like spheres, so Earth must be a sphere. It's a logical deduction if the axiom is true, but there's no way to prove that that initial idea that the Earth is not unique is actually true without evidence.
No, I know, I agree with you, and I'm not trying to make a claim at all here. I just want to know if you think the Earth is unique and the fact that it's
Yes, the
flat.
Earth is unique. Yes, the Earth is unique. It's not a flat space disk. We do not think of it like that.
So how does the Earth look like? Like maybe I don't understand
From
it.
where?
Like what is it shaped like?
Like, what do you say?
Like completely flat?
Flat is not a shape.
Okay, sorry. So if you had to draw the Earth, how
So if
would
I
you
said,
draw
what's
it?
a rock shape? What would I draw? I mean, I would
No,
draw
like
how is it, the way I see it.
so how do you see the Earth? That's what I want to understand.
Well, from an airplane, it looks flat. From on top of the mountain, it looks flat. From in a hot air balloon, it looks flat. From in a freaking
So
weather
what's
balloon, it
under
looks
the
flat.
Earth?
What do you mean? The Earth is not an object per se. That's why
So
you're
what is it?
asking a shape. What do you mean? What is it? It's the Earth. It's unique. It's not an object floating in a giant void.
So if you keep walking, where do you go? Do you just fall off?
Fall to where?
The void? I don't know. Like what
Why would you
happens?
fall to a void?
So you think the
Dude,
Earth is
like,
infinite?
so the way you're conceptualizing it is if you have some 3D, like some exterior point of view, some third person point of view, and that there's Earth is an object in a giant vacuum the way they've told you it is. But that's not how you
Okay.
actually experience the world. You've never had that point of view, right?
Right.
From outside the Earth. So this is just a concept that somehow the Earth is a discrete object, right? A disk, fucking turtle, whatever anybody thinks in their head. But these are just ideas. We experience the Earth the way we experience it. Okay, so if I
So you're
asked you
saying we don't
something like,
actually know how
oh,
it is?
oh, so- yeah, nobody does. So
Oh.
if I asked you what's the shape of the universe, what would you tell me? If I asked you where's
I
the
would
edge,
say
what would you tell me?
I would say I don't know, but it's expanding infinitely.
You know, I mean, how would you know that? Nobody knows that. I mean, that's
That's
just another
so
story.
silly.
So the point is that question has no meaning because the universe is everything. The concept of outside doesn't mean anything. There is nothing outside. If it was out, if it was, if there was something outside, that would also be part of the universe, right? Because the universe is
Yeah.
everything. So the concept of outside doesn't mean anything in this context. Okay, there is no outside the Earth. It's not
Okay.
inside of something.
So what is space to you then?
Well, depends on what you mean by space. If you just mean
Like
metrical
where the
space,
moon, the
X,
sun, and
Y.
other planets are?
Well, I don't know what it is, but it's not a vacuum. And you can call that space. Space has like a certain, like the way it's thought of in modern times is that it's a giant near infinite void with shit in it, right? Planets,
Okay.
galaxies, stars, gas, asteroids, comets, all this stuff. They're all in a giant void that is near infinite, and everything is ridiculously far spaced apart, right? So that's the modern concept. So we claim the truth. We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody will ever know.
So for you, the
That's
Earth.
the truth. I mean,
So
like,
for
think about it. Just let's take a star for example. Can
okay.
anybody prove absolutely what a star is?
I think it's like a star is like pretty observable, like
Yeah, but you
from
can't
Earth.
tell just by looking at it what it is.
I mean,
But they
there's so
claim
many
to know
different
how
ways
old
we
it
could
is.
measure.
Like, well, but what do you? But even so, you have no reference, right? No one's ever been to a star and took a
Yeah.
sample of star and said, "Hey, this is what a star is made out of." So we know what this star is made out of. So when we look at it and we see these particular light waves, those correlate to freaking what that actual physical sample we have. So now we know what stars that look like this are made out of. We don't have that, right? We can just
Right.
look and guess based upon the light we see, based upon earthbound experiments, right? And there's
Yeah.
like it's not even that simple. That is the most generous possible rendition of what is actually going on. That's not what's actually going on, but let's just say that is that they do experiments on Earth and they assume uniformitarianism, and they go, hey, the light does this on Earth. When I look in the sky, I see a star emit this same light, so they're made of the same thing, right? Okay, bang. But that is not known for
They assume
certainty.
what?
Don't interrupt.
Uniformitarianism?
Don't interrupt. Uniformitarianism. That's a
You mean uniformity?
no.
Well, I mean, do we not?
Uniformitarianism is that everything is the same, right? That physics doesn't change. Things don't change over time. It's uniform, right? So like the way physics works now, and the way it works in the past, and the way it works freaking 100 million light years from here, that physics all works the same. This is called. You can't prove that, right?
I mean, we do get hit by like solar flares and like actual like.
Oh Jesus Christ Almighty!
So what are solar flares? I don't understand. Like, why are you saying Jesus Christ as if
Your
we don't like?
imagination again.
Okay.
Because there's a story, like we see these things, right, on the sun, right, that the sun emits, and we go, hey, there's solar flares. And they correlate to the aurora borealis. But that doesn't logically follow that the sun is 93 million miles away, fusion gas ball. That is it's thermodynamically uphill, 6,000 degrees at the center and 1,000,000 degrees on the outside. Like those are claims, right, derived from inferences that can't be proven because there's no samples of the sun. You got to understand, they're looking at something, just looking at it. That's all they're doing, looking at it and going, I know what it's made of. I know how far away it is. I know how old it is. I know how fast it's going. Just from looking at it. Now, I dare you to go outside and see some random object that you don't have knowledge of what's it made out of, how far away it is, and just look at it for as long as you want and figure that out.
There is ways we can measure things without actually having it like physically there. Like the radiation that the sun emits, like it's like a thing that's actually observable.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah, we can measure the radiation, but what caused that radiation, we can't know.
What causes that radiation?
Yeah.
Like nuclear fission inside the sun. Like this is
Yeah.
something that we can do
And
on
how
Earth.
do you know that?
Like why would it?
How do you know that? Has
How do we
someone
know
been to
that?
the sun?
Because the sun is constantly expanding, and with the mass it has, it doesn't and it's why doesn't it collapse on itself? Because it's constantly expanding. That must mean there's like a massive energy in the middle.
Okay, I don't know who measured this.
Can we not
constantly
measure? Can we not
expanding.
measure the sun's mass? Okay, can we not measure the sun's
No.
mass? We can't.
Dude,
Okay.
you can't even define mass.
I can't define mass.
Yeah.
Does
Go ahead,
mass
try.
not exist?
Not in the way you
Define
think it
it.
exists.
Define mass.
This is
Okay.
always fun.
We're gonna have to wait for him to do a Google search.
I want to give you like an actual dictionary like definition.
Define mass.
I know you
Okay.
listen, bro. I actually know the definition. So like, I know the physics definition.
Okay. So mass is a fundamental property of matter that quantifies its resistance to acceleration and is also a measure of the amount of stuff or matter within an object.
Stuff.
It's not mass, and I don't know what stuff is.
So what is mass? It's the intrinsic property of a body.
Mass has no meaning in physics. It's just a variable in the formula.
So how can it have no meaning if it's...
Do you want me to quote a Nobel laureate, Max Born, in his book, The General Theory of Relativity? I can quote what it says. And I can also quote Wheeler, who also has a Nobel Prize for quantum electrodynamics, that says that all definitions of mass that relate it to the amount of sunsets have been proven wrong.
So, okay, send that in the side chat.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. So there's one. I'll get the other.
Okay.
Okay, I posted the other one. So,
Okay.
we've done this exercise lots of times. Me personally, I've done it lots of times. Mass is just
Okay.
meaningless placeholder variable.
Okay, it doesn't. It only means something in an equation. It's not something that's physical. You can't stick it in a jar. There's no proper word. There's no ontology to it. There's no there in the physical natural world. You can't find mass somewhere.
Did you
So
say you can't find mass somewhere?
I'm searching.
No, it's not.
Since
Yeah,
I've
I
never
said.
seen this quote thing you sent. I just did a quick search to kind of get an understanding of like the context of it. But it seems like Max Born isn't saying mass isn't real. He's saying like physics just requires a precise definition and not just vague.
Is that what ChatGPT told you?
No, like I'm like looking on Reddit about.
That's almost worse.
Why is that? Why is that worse?
Reddit.
No, I'm looking at like the context behind what he's saying.
Like, I don't need it redefined for me. He literally
I don't
says,
want
I
you to
must
define it, right.
strongly emphasize. Okay, what is ambiguous about that?
Okay.
Is that ambiguous to you?
So he says in physics, however, we must strongly emphasize that the word mass has no meaning other than the given formula.
Yeah. What does
Formula
strongly
6.
emphasize mean? Does it mean that he's like ambiguously saying that, like something? So it doesn't mean
So,
anything in formula.
he's okay. So he's referring to Formula 6, which is inertial match, which likely refers to Newton's second law. Okay. Relativistic mass energy equals equals. He's saying mass equals what this equation tells us it is. It's not. He's not saying mass doesn't exist though. He's just rejecting like undefined concepts of
But
mass.
when you say he's not saying mass doesn't exist, what do you mean by exist? It does exist in the form of a human concept.
I mean, doesn't a lot of things exist in a form of human concept?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't mean
Not
that they
things
don't
in the physical and
exist.
natural world don't exist as human concepts. They exist in the physical and natural world. So when you say things like, well, the sun has mass, what does that even mean? Because that's not weight, right? This is way down the fucking rabbit hole of bullshit, dude. We're lost in the weeds. Okay? The point is, nobody ever, for the rest of human history ever, even if the whole heliocentric shit is true, and especially so, is ever going to know what the composition of a star is, because if you left now at the speed of Voyager, it would take you 150,000 years to reach the closest star.
Yeah.
So nobody's going to ever know. We're certain.
Yeah. We're not gonna know. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
All I'm
But like,
saying is,
okay, I'm just like,
we can
what
say
I'm
we don't
confused.
know with the same confidence, with absolute confidence, that we don't know and nobody else knows, despite the fact they claim they do.
Okay. Like what I don't understand is, so you have, I don't know, say like two objects that are like the same shape. Like let's say like a tennis ball and like a fucking bowling ball or like a soccer ball. I don't know. Like when you drop them at the same height, would they like not fall at the same rate?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but why does it hurt more when I kick a bowling ball than a tennis ball?
Well, one's made of rubber, one's made of fucking, I think, what are they made of, polycarbonate or something?
Yeah, but wouldn't it mean that
Epoxy. Bowling balls are made of like epoxy and polycarbonate, something like that.
wouldn't
Because
that
it's
mean the bowling
like one is a solid material, one is elastic.
wouldn't that mean the bowling ball has more mass?
Look, if the bowling ball was made of fucking hollow rubber and the tennis ball was made of polycarbonate, it would hurt to kick the fucking tennis ball.
I mean, yeah, but it
Didn't
would hurt
you
more to
ever play
kick the bowling
kickball?
ball. Yeah, but it would
No,
hurt more
because it's
to
made
kick
of
the bowling
it's
ball.
hollow. It's a hollow ball made of rubber. Did it
So if
hurt to
we
play kickball? When you played kickball, did it hurt?
no,
Okay, then.
yeah, but I'm saying like even
Go
so,
try and play
even if
tennis
the
with a pool ball.
even if the like okay, let's say pool ball versus bowling ball, same material. Like let's say like they're made out of the same material. It's still gonna like hurt me way more to kick a bowling ball, and the bowling ball is barely gonna move than me to kick a fucking pool ball.
Depends on the composition, dude. I just demonstrated. It's just Yes. If you had even equal material, right? Say we have equal amount of material. We have a like, or same material it's made out of. We have a fucking tennis ball and a kickball. Obviously, the one that's bigger will hurt you more, but that's just because of the pressure. Okay?
The-
Pressure exerted on your nerves, fired in your fucking brain, you get a sensation of pain, you know. But
Okay.
how is that? What's that got to do with anything?
I mean, it
How does that tell
because
you
it
you
has
know
to
what a
do
star is
because it
made out of?
has because it has to do with mass.
Yeah, well, that's inertia.
Yeah,
So this is
so
a
you agree
problem.
that
This is the problem with mass. So there's multiple definitions for mass because that's not a thing. In different fields, it means different things depending on the application. So it can mean inertia,
okay.
it can mean gravitational mass, and they say that inertial mass and gravitational mass, but then there's also molar mass and atomic mass and all sorts of other masses that all have their own unique definitions.
Okay.
Okay, so mass, that's why I asked you. You can't even define mass. If you look on Wikipedia for the definition of mass, you're going to get 5 definitions.
I mean, yeah, that's not wrong, but I don't see why it can't be multiple definitions of mass.
Well, there can be. I'm just saying it's not a thing. It's just a human concept. Because of the law of identity, okay? You really want it, right? So it can't be a physical thing because everything in nature follows the law of identity. It is what it is. A cat is a cat, right? Cat is a cat is a cat is a cat. That's its identity. The law of identity doesn't apply to this thing, mass, because it's a concept, so it's malleable.
I mean, I was gonna say I guess
We're
if
so
you
far off of flat Earth, it ain't even funny, dude.
yeah, I mean kind of I don't know what to tell you. I guess we
Give me
are
this. If I measure the Earth flat, is there anything about the sky that can prove my measurements wrong? And I'll give you an analogy. We have a table. I measure its dimensions with a tape measure.
okay.
But then I look at the lights on the table and they're doing weird things, and I go, wow, the weird ways the lights are moving, I don't know how that works on a flat surface. So the table I just measured isn't flat anymore because the lights do a thing?
No, of
It
course
doesn't
not.
make sense, right? Yeah. So
What
nothing the lights do can actually falsify a flat Earth. The only thing that can falsify a flat Earth are measurements of the Earth.
what I don't understand is why don't you just attach a GoPro to a weather balloon? Have it
It's been
wait for it
done.
to come down.
A weather
I
balloon don't
just
go high
posted
enough.
it in chat. I just posted it.
That's not even close to 121,000 feet. What do you mean?
Okay.
It is
So
because he said so.
this is where you throw Neil deGrasse Tyson under the bus. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, he still got the Twitter post up, said that you can't see the curvature of the Earth from 128,000 feet. Quote, that stuff is flat. So you're going to throw Neil deGrasse Tyson under the bus now?
No, I'm not throwing Neil deGrasse Tyson under the bus.
Well, he said from 128,000 feet, it's not curved.
Let's see.
And this type of test, just looking at it, is not definitive. Because simply looking, right? If I say, well, brother, if we're going to apply that logic, just go to the beach and look at the ocean and it looks flat. There, case closed.
Okay.
And then you're saying,
So-
oh, go to a different vantage point and it looks curved. So we got, oh, looks flat, looks curved. How do we, now we have we have contradictory information. How can we tell which is the actual case? The same way you do if you built a building, right? See, oh, is that an 8-foot board or is that a 10-foot board? It looks like 10 feet and that one looks like 10 feet too. Like which one though? I can't tell from looking at it. So I'm going to grab a tape measure and I'm going to measure the board and figure out which one's 8 feet. You can do this to the Earth, and figure out if it actually is curving or is not.
Okay. So
Don't like that, do you? That you can actually measure the Earth and tell if it's flat or curved. You'd rather just look at
no.
it from some crazy viewpoint and go, Hey man, it looks some way. Yeah, it must be that.
No, I want you and me to go on a fucking hot air balloon and just like actually
Oh
go
Jesus
to like
Christ!
38,000
I want you
feet.
and me to go to
Why
fucking
don't we do that?
Chicago and see the Chicago skyline across Lake Michigan.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'll meet you guys there. They're always trying to take you somewhere, Indio. They always want to take
Dude,
you
yeah,
somewhere.
let's you and I let's go on a hot air balloon and go as high as we can, and we'll see the Earth's curvature. Like, I'm curious.
No
Like,
hot
once you
air
see the
balloon will go high. Bro, I just told you. No hot air balloon can go high enough.
hey
Look, dude, think
the
about it for a second. The Earth is supposed to have an 8,000 mile diameter. You think going 10 miles above it, which a hot air balloon don't do, doesn't even go that high. 10 miles above it, you can see the curvature of the Earth. 10
okay
miles above an 8,000 mile
the
diameter
height.
ball.
No. Here it is. The
10
highest.
miles above an 8,000 mile diameter ball. Listen
Yeah,
closely
yeah.
to what I'm saying. You're
The
1/800th of the diameter.
dude. So you can
It's
actually,
nearly 1,000th, dude. Are you thinking right now? Think in
dude.
your head.
Dude, I'll literally send you this flight of a hot air balloon that this person in India won 68,000 feet with a hot air balloon. It's definitely possible then.
It's possible to go up with a hot air balloon. You will not see curvature from that altitude,
But you will.
dude.
What?
You
Why
won't.
don't we do
It's
it? I'll even
okay.
pay for it, bro.
It's a
I'll pay for your
geometric
flight.
impossibility. Okay, what aren't you understanding? And how are you going to get to a 68,000 feet? You're bringing a fucking spacesuit?
Yeah, like you'll just have an oxygen mask and everything.
Oh yeah, that'll work. What are you going to do about
But
the negative 50-degree temperature?
I don't know, like proper clothing. Put
So
on
now
some
we're
Canada
like in
Goose.
Fantasyland. How about we talk about what we actually can do? See, this is where you guys retreat to Fantasyland because
It's
that's
not
where the globe lives.
Fantasyland.
It is.
This person's literally done it.
Okay, with a GoPro lens. Why don't you post a
Not with a
video in the
GoPro
chat?
lens. They went up there themselves.
Felix Baumgartner has the world record for the highest jump. It's 128,000 feet.
No, it's actually no. I'm not talking about jump. Like I'm talking about like actually being in the balloon.
So he went higher
It's
than
it's
128,000 feet.
actually VJ.
So he went higher than 128,000 feet.
No, not higher than 128,000 feet. Are you talking about like the Red Bull guy who jumped out of the?
Yeah, the Red Bull guy.
Yeah, like that guy saw the curvature. What do you mean?
No, bro.
He didn't see the curvature?
You didn't listen. You did not listen to a word I fucking said, did you? About Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Okay.
His Twitter post is still up, dude. 128,000 feet is not high enough to see curvature. If you did see curvature from there, you would live on a tiny Earth. You understand that we can just do the math and make a prediction of whether you can see curvature from that altitude. And the math says you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, Zach, I put the image at 3 minutes after the hour there. Felix
Neil.
Baumgartner at 127,000 feet.
Yeah, so
flat
scroll up.
horizon.
Yeah, so scroll up to the Billy Zag video that Mark J posted. Neil deGrasse Tyson, that stuff is flat. He talks about the Felix Baumgartner jump and shows you with a model fucking globe how high he was above it. Okay? 2 millimeters above that beach ball. And then he says,
Okay.
that stuff is flat.
So like I looked up
But
what
I
he
don't
said,
know
and
why
yeah, you're right.
why
The
would we
Twitter
get
post is
farther,
up.
brother? Why would we get farther away from the thing in question to figure out what it is? Why are we running away from the Earth? I want to know what the Earth is. Let's run away from it. We're here, right? We're on it, right? Shouldn't we be able to test it on it?
Okay, yeah, like the thing is up. Let's read this. Neil deGrasse Tyson once incorrectly stated that it is still too low to see the Earth's curvature from the height Felix Baumgartner jumped. In reality, we should be able to see it. in some cases, Earth's curvature can be seen from much lower altitudes, like for example on the HUD display of whatever camera they use on a fighter jet. Earth's curvature is still visible after removing the fisheye
What are you
effect.
reading, dude?
I am on.
Post the link in the chat.
Okay.
Because I hear a lot
I'll
of
post the
claims,
article.
but there's no evidence, dude.
Yo, Indo, you remember me?
No.
Nice to
Should
see you
I?
again.
Nice to see you
We had
too.
a
I
talk
don't know who you are.
I think a year ago, like a nice talk a year ago.
Okay.
Wow,
I
he
mean,
has a good
Nice to meet you again.
memory.
good, I'm
Nice
a
to meet you
fucking my
again.
fan club.
What the? Nice to meet you again.
FlatEarth.bs. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious, bro. They have a whole article.
A whole article? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit. Are you serious?
What do you mean of bullshit?
Okay, so look. They show, look at what it is, right? Did you read it?
Yes, I
It
did.
just says Neil deGrasse Tyson incorrectly stated Neil was wrong.
No, you have to press continue reading. You can press. It's a longer article. You have to press continue reading at the bottom.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Okay, the image, the plane image, that's not the curvature of the Earth. That's caused by the window. You know how we know? Because we can see the same thing, the same curvature of the Earth from an airplane that's on the runway, looking out the cockpit window. You want to see it?
Bruh.
Yeah,
You want to see
man.
it? Okay.
Dude, I think I'm a flat earther now. Fuck.
No one's trying to turn you into a flat earther, dude.
Dude, I'm a.
You're running away from flat Earth as fast as humanly possible. I'm telling you, quite point blank, how you can tell for certain by measuring the Earth, and you're running away from it, still going to. But just look at it, bro. Just look at it. Dude, I hope you never go where there's a bunch of fucking trans dudes, man, dressed up like women. You're like, well, just look at her. It's a female. Then you got a fucking hawk between her legs.
Yeah, Zach, I don't think you're going to make it. You don't have enough critical thinking skills or analytical ability to be a flat
Dude, what
earther.
the?
You're clearly
He's just having a
a.
mental
sorry, Zach, you're
breakdown,
not
Danny
smart enough.
Lang.
Holy
You
shit!
hear
There's
him
no way,
laughing.
bro. There's no way the flat earthers are rejecting me. What the fuck?
You're not
Yeah,
smart
you
enough.
can't. You know, yeah, you're
This is
not
just bullshit.
logical
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, you're a little bit too dramatic and emotionally driven to be a flat earther.
CW wants
Sorry,
to jump in
Zach.
now.
What the
Yeah,
Hi,
fuck, bro?
CW.
You're up, CW.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, hi.
Go ahead, CW.
She very triggered CW
I
in
don't
the
really
chat.
have anything. If you'd like to explain to me why the Earth is flat, I'll listen.
Well, you said I'm a fucking retard. Remember?
You are, yeah.
Go ahead, prove that.
You don't think triangles are real, so that's a
No,
pretty
you
good place to
said you
start.
don't think
No, that's what
triangles
you
are
said the other
real.
day.
I never said triangles aren't real. You
Well,
said
if you'd like
that.
to change your mind now and say that triangles are real, then good for you. But I know what you said because I was talking to you. So cool.
When did I say it? Triangles aren't real? I'm looking. I'm scrolling up. I don't see anywhere where I said triangles are not real.
I don't
Hey,
know.
why
It was
don't you
an hour ago, bro.
screenshot where he said it and then post it?
Because it was like an hour ago, and I
Well,
won't be
who
able to do
cares,
that.
dude? Like, it's your accusation, so substantiate it. Otherwise, we're
Well,
gonna just
you
consider
know
you
that I
a
won't be able to
shameless
do that,
liar.
right?
Otherwise, we're gonna just consider you a shameless liar.
Bro, just fucking
you can call me
control
what you
F it,
want.
bro.
To be honest, I don't really care. Like,
No, you're proving it. You're proving you're a shameless liar. Now.
okay.
Oh, I'll giggle and that'll somehow deflect from the fact I'm a
Sorry, no,
shameless
this is
liar.
just ridiculous.
I'll
My
giggle
God,
as
he's
a
only like 14.
Yeah, I am.
He's only like a
I'm-
14-year-old.
Dude,
I'm
CW,
giggling like
just
someone
don't
that's
see
been
the.
laughing my ass off at you lot for the past like 2
Because you're
hours.
coping, dude. Because you're
Yeah,
coping.
yeah, you got me, bro. I'm coping. Yeah.
Yeah, you are coping. We're
Yeah,
gonna
you got
giggle
me.
like a little schoolgirl.
Yep. So, the Earth is flat because.
You're just not fucking.
Because it measures that way.
So you measured it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So did you publish these findings anywhere? Where can I read them?
Yeah, they're published. Yeah.
Where?
Uranus.
Good one.
They're published on a website, FE Core's website. You want me to post the measurement report in the chat?
Yeah, please. And it's you that measured these, yeah?
Okay. No, I didn't measure these. I did my own
No.
observations, which is separate than this. No, that's
So
documented too.
what observations did you do?
So I go by the ocean. So I tracked a ship going out to sea.
Okay.
Right. So sailed from 6 miles away from me out to 30 miles over a period of 3.5 hours. What happened to the ship, dude? Did it disappear over the curve of the earth?
It should do, yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it didn't. And it's supposed to be 420 feet under the horizon. Yeah, but it wasn't.
Right. So if I came in here and I told you that, you know,
Yeah,
I
let's not like go. No one cares about what you would or didn't. Address what I said.
well, I'm about
Address what
to.
I said, loser.
You've got to slow down a bit.
Address
You've
what
got to
I
listen to
said,
what I say.
loser.
So
You
you've
asked
got to
for
slow down a
evidence. I
bit.
just gave it to you. Address the evidence.
Okay.
Address
So
the
yeah,
evidence.
you're not letting me,
You're
bro.
gonna get muted. I'm gonna count down to 3. If you don't address the evidence, you're getting
Point
muted.
is, it's
It's
an
evidence
answer.
that you
So if I
asked
came in
for.
here and I told you that I
Okay,
saw a ship
okay, just
disappear over
being
the
muted.
horizon, you wouldn't
No
accept
one
it, would
no
you?
one gives a shit, dude.
Okay, Zach, you're back on. Your buddy tapped out, he said.
Sorry, sir. I'm ready to be a flat earther. When does my training begin?
You already failed. You didn't even make
we're
it past preschool. Go
Yeah, we're not
repeat your
letting you
preschool
in.
class.
Okay, so I posted the cockpit window view of an airplane on the runway.
Right.
Does this prove the Earth
Right.
is curved? Is this Earth curve right here, or is this created by the windshield?
It's straight.
That's straight.
Is it not?
Why do you have to lie, dude? Like this
Dude.
should show you everything you need to know because you asked
I mean,
yourself,
it
why
might
would
be
they
like a
lie?
little.
No, shut up, dude. You asked, why would they lie? And now you, right now, are lying. So I'm going to ask you, why are you lying?
I guess it could be like a little curved. Maybe
Why
due
are
to the
you lying?
camera lens. I don't know.
Yeah, but why are you lying?
I don't know. It looked pretty. I didn't zoom into the photo. It looked pretty straight from.
You don't need
where I
to
was
zoom
looking.
in.
No, I mean expand the image.
Weird though,
Like,
Zach. Zach, you asked us, why would they lie? You felt compelled to lie to defend an idea that isn't even yours. How fucked up is that? Why does not
dude,
that raise red flags in your mind, dude? Like you have you're defending someone else's idea that you don't even understand worth the fuck. Come in here and try to tell lies to defend an idea that's not yours. Why would you even I don't think you did it intentionally. It's like a reflex.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking brainwashed.
Fuck, man, you're right. Shit.
I know I'm right. It's obvious I'm right. Nobody is trying to turn you into a flat earther. That's more your fucking bigotry bias. We do not try to fucking convince people the earth is flat. We give information that they did not previously have. Just like I gave you information you didn't previously have. Now you have it. If you want to stick your head back in the fucking sand and pretend you live on a spinning fucking ball, whizzing through the vacuum of space at 1.5 million miles per hour, you're fucking free to do that. Okay? But now you have information that that's not true.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a lot to take in.
Just stick with the cartoons, dude. Stick with your fucking ball cartoons. Keep watching TV. Keep looking at screens. Don't go outside. Don't let that tell you what the Earth is. Don't let the Earth tell you what the Earth is. Watch a screen.
Damn, man.
Well, you guys get ridiculous, dude. And I'm like,
bro, what do you mean, you guys? I'm one of you guys now. Like,
no. God, dude.
Stop that.
More lying.
You know what? I think I've been convinced too.
So Zach, you need to at least, if you're examining ideas, let's say, if you're coming upon a new idea, which the concept of the globe model being a complete failure is a new idea to you, and you've been presented with many logical mathematical arguments here tonight. So when examining new ideas, it's a good idea to at least hold out like a small amount of real estate in your mind where you think, maybe this new idea has something to it. And then, like you've been asked several times tonight, to examine the evidence and see if there's anything to that evidence. So we understand, and we do not want to convince you in an evening. You need to go and look at some of these links and evidence. That's why I put the Dr. John D video up there earlier, and then Mark J put the laser experiment FE core that India was referring to. So Dr. John D video has to do with the horizon observations that we discussed earlier in the evening during ladies' night. And then the FE core laser tests are several different measurements, the longest of which being 25 miles, in which the if the Earth was curved in the way claimed, the laser would not have hit the target because the target would have been obscured behind 297 feet of drop. So we don't expect you, because you're obviously having an emotional response. That's why we're not accepting you into this, because you are not carefully and objectively examining the evidence. You're just kind of, right now you're just kind of reacting. You think it's all funny. Cognitive dissonance. So it's cool. Like, just go and open up some of these links, save them in your YouTube, go look at them later, see what you think. If you have a substantive argument against them or about them or questions about them, you're welcome to come back anytime and ask us. But just to deny it when you haven't even examined any of the information is just making you look very foolish, to be honest.
I feel like I've been arguing in good faith though. Like.
Well, you can feel that way. I'm going to say you weren't, because we've already pointed out several fallacious arguments that you've used.
Okay,
You don't
let's
actually have any evidence
test
for your
them.
claim.
Let's test them for a second. You think you're arguing in good faith? Steel man a single argument we made.
Steel man a single argument?
Yeah, steel man is the opposite of a straw man. Now, straw man is misrepresenting someone's argument. I want you to give us the best version of an argument we made, and tell it back to us.
I like the argument we made about the objects appearing smaller as if it gets further
about
away.
why the Earth is flat. About why the Earth is flat. That's just that's perspective. That has nothing to do with the Earth being flat.
Well, by all measurements, the Earth is flat, and I should trust we should trust our senses.
No,
and
you're
not listen to
fucking
the
up,
government.
dude.
I'm sorry, sir.
Dude. No, yeah, you didn't listen. So you haven't been talking in good faith, because you're not actually hearing. Because you're not actually hearing what I'm saying. Okay, what I tell you about the Chicago sky? What I say about the Chicago skyline?
You can see it from Toronto, or fucking I don't know where.
You can see it from 52 all the way across Lake Michigan, 52 miles away.
Yeah.
Okay, you shouldn't be able to see it at all.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Okay, so
yeah,
there are many. I've said this. I've been saying this for a few days now. You, I guarantee, have made a flat Earth observation and didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So check this out. If you go to the beach and you look out and you see the horizon, how far away is that? How far away does the globe say that horizon is? In miles.
Like 40 miles? I don't know.
40 miles. It's supposed to be 3 miles.
3 miles? Oh shit.
3 miles. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, dude. Oh shit.
I wasn't expecting that.
3 miles for a 6-foot man. So 10 miles away, how much should the globe drop down due to curvature?
By degrees?
No, in feet.
Oh, 5 feet.
In 10 miles, it's 66 feet.
Holy shit, dude.
So here's it's even more fucked up. At 30 miles, it's 420 feet. That's a 42-story building, brother.
What the fuck? Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
These aren't our numbers, dude. Listen. This is what you need to understand. Any of you Globers in the chat, this is what you need to understand. The globe Earth model, radius 3,959 miles. We test those numbers and see if what it predicts actually exists outside in the physical and natural world. And we're here to report to you that the natural world doesn't match those numbers. We checked, and that's what we're telling you. Hey, dude, here's a problem. They say it's this. We checked, it's not that. And we're not telling you, trust us. You can check it yourself and see for yourself. You just told me that you thought the horizon was 40 miles away, which tells me you already have a flat Earth observation that would debunk the globe already. You don't even have to go do the observation. You've probably already done it.
Yeah. Shit.
So yeah, from here on out, it's just a matter, Zach, of whether you're going to follow the information where it leads, or if you're going to remain emotionally attached to your fantasy globe. And I mean, what is your percentage certainty that you live on a globe, Zach?
Fuck, it's definitely lower now. Like,
well, let me ask you
That's
this: do you think you can figure it out yourself? Do you think you're capable, or do you think like you're just a dumb fuck that has to like trust other people to figure it out, and that you're just gonna follow them around like a lost puppy and say, "Well, I'm too dumb to figure out what the shape of the Earth is. I'm gonna just follow you." Do you think that you can potentially do it yourself?
dude, like, I think like I don't think I'm qualified enough to make a
Qualify? You don't know
yeah.
how to read a tape measure?
No, I know how to read a tape measure, but I don't know if I have a tape
Okay,
measure
that's all
long
you
enough.
need. Look, as long as you can measure distances and heights, that's all you need to do. There's plenty of
Okay.
Earth curve calculators on the internet, so you don't even need to be able to calculate it. You can just let the software calculate it. Punch in that.
Okay.
Punch in your height, observer height. You punch in
Mhm.
distance, and it'll spit out a prediction: how far the horizon is away, how far, what the drop is, how much something should be hidden. Right? You can spit out these numbers. You don't even need to do that math, even though that math is basically fucking ninth grade algebra, which I'm sure you can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this isn't actually complicated math. It's actually simple math. I mean, for Christ's sake, they think they fucking figured it out 2,000 years ago. I think you can do math some fucking Greek caveman did 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
I'll definitely
the
I'll
point
definitely look
is
into
like
it.
data, like listen, we brainwash people to think for themselves. You can
Right.
trust
Okay.
your own eyes. I know you said, "Hey, dude, can't trust them all the time." Fine, we know that, but they're pretty fucking reliable because
Yeah.
if you go out into the world and all of a sudden like your senses aren't giving you accurate information, you go to the fucking hospital and check yourself in and say, "Hey, doc, there's something fucking wrong with me. My senses aren't giving me accurate information."
so yeah. Go ahead, friends. What's your question?
Okay, so can you go over the math regarding the Chicago skyline again, just so I'm refreshed on it and understand what you're saying fully?
Yeah, well, I'll show you a diagram. This particular diagram is using a 50-mile observation distance, but it's pretty darn close to the 52-mile. I mean, I just have to like
Where's the diagram?
redo the. I just put it in the side chat.
Okay.
So there are different ways. Oops, got the wrong. I was trying to tag you, but maybe you're already there. There are different ways to calculate the expected drop over distance. It's generally accepted that 8 inches per mile squared is the rough approximation that works to up to 1,000 miles, and really even at 1,000 miles, the percentage error is so small that with the distances that we're talking about, this particular rule of thumb works perfectly well because, for example, in this particular one where we're talking about 1,800 miles of missing curvature, this is you can see there the diagram of how this is calculated and where it comes from. That particular one is in 0.32 miles, or it's giving you 20,000 inches, which is 0.32 miles. The other thing we talked about was in feet. So yeah, if we divide 20,000 divided by 12, that gives you the 1666. So yeah, 20,000 inches is 1,666 feet. So that particular one is showing you how you'd come up with the 1,666 feet of drop that is at the 50-mile distance.
Okay. So did this Does this formula take into account all of the geographical changes that would be different depending on the place that you're in?
We're talking about water. We're talking about flat water. What do you see when you observe water in a container? What does it do when you have water in your glass standing still on a level counter? What does the water look like?
Well, it moves towards the gravitational pull.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into fantasy land. So you're claiming that gravity curves water around a ball. Is that your claim?
Well, the water follows the gravitational pull.
Can you demonstrate this, please? Show me the cause and effect relationship and when on Earth water being pulled by gravity toward a ball has been demonstrated and verified with the cause and effect relationship with an experimental setup that includes a natural observation, a legitimate hypothesis that can be tested in the real world, which would also include an independent and dependent variable. Can you show me where that was done, please?
Yeah, observing tides.
Okay, so you're saying tides prove your gravity.
Yes.
Demonstrate that, please. And, why are tides not consistent
sure,
all
I can
over
put
the
it in the-
world? Why are certain areas don't seem to experience tide at all? So that, if that's your
Well, it's
experimental
because the Earth
setup,
is a sphere.
So you're presupposing the sphere in your claim here, where you still haven't given me the experimental setup that you use to confirm that tides are somehow caused by your magical gravity. So yeah, I'm waiting for the setup. Never seen that one. Ready?
Yeah, I can put it in the side chat for you.
Okay, can't wait. Yeah, meanwhile, while he's doing that, I'm going to look for that map of the different tides and how they vary around the world. I'll see if I can find it unless somebody else already has it. Okay, so you got animations from NASA. Yep, that's not an experimental setup. That does not meet the requirements that I asked of a verifiable, testable, repeatable scientific experiment where you had an independent and dependent variable which you rigorously tested to demonstrate a cause and effect relationship, which your claim is that gravity would be the cause and tides would be the effect. So again, I'm not looking for NASA cartoons. I'm looking for an experimental setup that could be tested, repeated, and verified, and that has an independent and dependent variable in order to scientifically demonstrate a cause and effect relationship. If I just wanted to watch cartoons, I could just turn on the Cartoon Network.
Okay, so are you quick question. Are you familiar with Sir Isaac Newton's work on tides?
This is so you're going to what? Where's the experiment that I just asked you for? Now you're moving on to Newton? Did Newton do it? Show me.
Yeah, you can find it here in the NOAA link. It's got all the math that he ran on it.
I mean, there's 20 constituent variables that constitute tides. That's what's in that link.
Yeah, straight from NOAA.
Yeah, are they in that link?
Yes.
So it has predictions for tidal nodes, anthropomorphic points, shit like that?
Yes, that's exactly what NOAA does.
Okay, tell me what an anthropomorphic point is.
Yeah, I don't know the exact definition of that.
Yeah, you don't know. So you have no idea if it's in there or not.
Yeah, I do, because
depending.
NOAA holds all the information on tides.
You just believe that. You just believe that, bro.
Yeah, let's go see the wizard. Yeah, follow the yellow brick road. You'll get to the knower of all knowledge.
Is this your church, bro, Noah?
No.
Sounds like it.
Okay, so correlation isn't causation. Okay, right? Correct? Is that correct?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All you have are correlations. You don't have causation. You can't even do the experiment which would determine causation. That's what Dandelion asked you for, the experiment which determined causation. say tides are caused by gravity. You need to cause you need a causation, the actual experiment. Otherwise, all you have is a correlation. But
all right, so why do the
within tide
mathematics line up
predictions,
perfectly?
they don't line up perfectly. What are you talking about? You just
Okay,
made
so
that shit up.
So dispute the math in the NOAA link.
Okay,
that I sent.
okay. So a couple of years ago, there was a tide in Venice that was not predicted. It was the highest tide in 30 fucking years. So where was the math that matched up perfectly for that?
You said in Venice.
And so you're going to Google it to check. You should already
Yeah,
know
of course.
this. You should already
Why
know
should
this.
I know it?
Because you said it matched perfectly. That's an affirmative claim.
Okay, if an outside variable doesn't act on it. So what happened in Venice?
There was an unpredicted freak 30-year tide. There was also a freak low tide there, too. And the only reason they even noticed it is because it's Venice, right? Because they're pissed because they lost a bunch of money. Don't say tides are perfectly predicted because they're not. That's just a horseshit claim.
I didn't say they're perfectly predicted. I said the math.
Oh, now you didn't say
perfectly
it.
lines up.
No, it doesn't. You're making that up.
No, I'm
You're
not.
literally making it up, dude.
I am not making it up.
Okay. Show one piece of fucking data where the tidal measurements match the predictions of the equations. Go.
Yeah, I just gave it to you. It's in the NOAA link.
No, it's not. You're lying. Again.
Yes, it is. It's under tidal variations.
Okay, so where's the data?
So again, you
So
can
where's
go under
the
tidal
data that tested
variations.
No. Those are predictions based upon a model. I want the data that confirmed the model.
Okay. So let's go to.
I want the prediction number. So the number that the equation spit out, right? There will be a 6-foot tide. They went out and measured a 6-foot tide.
Okay, so again, all of this is in the NOAA link.
No, it's not. I'm looking at the link. I'm looking at the webpage, dude. There's just a diagram.
Okay.
It says
So I'm gonna go
tides
ahead
and
and
water
link it.
levels and a whole bunch of claims about tidal forces, gravitational forces, and it also doesn't have the 20 variables used to calculate what the tide height will be. You lied about that too.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and link it since you can't find it.
I am looking at it. Oceanservice.noaa.gov, education tutorial _ tides, tides02 _ cause HTML, that one?
Okay, so I just linked it right
That
under.
one? So that one, the one I just read the URL to, that one.
Tides and currents.noaa.gov.
The one I just read the URL to, that one, right?
Tides and currents.noaa.gov. It's
Okay,
linked
let's
in the
read
side
this.
chat.
Yep. Okay. So there's a map. Okay, where's the data?
Okay, so if you click on the map, all right, on a specific state, there are lots of pins. You can click on those.
Okay. Yeah, here's the measured tides. Now where's the prediction?
Okay. So if you want the prediction, you go back to the same NOAA site, the home page. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you go to tide predictions.
Okay.
Right, and then you can match those two things.
Okay. So how many spots did you match up? Which ones did you match up? What state?
Do you want me to live stream and start going?
No, I want you to tell me what you've already done. What you already believe is true. I want you to tell me.
I haven't gone through the title data today.
Okay, how about just one place you checked? One.
Okay, let's go Texas.
One place you've checked, dude.
Do you want me to check
just
it or not?
Fake it. No, I want just fake it until you make it shit to stop. That's what I want.
Okay, so you don't want to check it.
No, you didn't check. Admit it. You don't know if it matches up.
I already said that I didn't check it today.
So you're getting so you actually don't know if it matches up. You have to go confirm what you already believe right now. That's what you're gonna go do right now. Confirm what you already believe.
Through it?
So you're gonna confirm what you already believe right now. That's what you're gonna try to do.
Why are you scared to go through it?
I'm not. I'm
Okay,
laying the groundwork that you're just a shit liar,
okay,
dude.
So do you want to go through it or not?
I don't need to go through it because I already know it doesn't match.
So you're scared to
and
go
they
through
don't
it.
even claim it matches.
Okay. So
You're claiming it matches. It's
Yes, and I'm trying to go
unnecessary.
through it with you and show you the
Then go
matches
through
if
it.
you would
Look,
like.
look, friends, go through it, then come back. So just for the record, Friends is muted. When he goes through it and comes back, and then he can tell us.
What I wanted to say was this. See, because of the claims the flat Earth position takes, I believe it kind of is relevant when it comes to cosmology, what the sun does. Now, I'm not going to say the final experiment proves the shape of the Earth, but it is relevant, I would say, to discuss this finding.
In what way?
Claims.
For a better understanding of our realm, world, cosmology in general.
Yeah, you can go. Okay, go have a better understanding about the sun. Go have fun.
Your other buddy,
Looking at
friends.
the sun only tells you about the sun. Doesn't tell you about the Earth. This isn't Flat Sun server. This is Flat Earth server.
Well, does the flat Earth have a sun?
Yeah, there's a sun above the Flat Earth, but the Flat Earth, those aren't the same things.
Okay, so you're taking a position regarding the sun that is above us.
Yeah, it's above us. Yeah.
Okay, so aren't you now discussing?
It's higher than the surface of the Earth.
Okay. So then it is relevant.
In what way? How does it tell us anything about the Earth? I mean, there's freaking, pygmies in the Amazon fucking rainforest. They tell us something about the Earth, but it doesn't tell us the shape of the Earth.
Let me maybe rephrase the question in this manner. Do you think there is a model?
Let's just cut through this shit. Yeah, there is a model for predicting what the sun uses, and it ain't a globe. Did you know that?
That wasn't what I was about to ask.
Okay, but this is what I'm going to say. The 24-hour sun, they didn't use a globe to predict that. Did you know that? When you go on Time and Date or SunCalc or the U.S. Naval Observatory, the model they use is not a globe model. It is something called the equation of time, which is an observer-centric model, which doesn't have any, it doesn't care about the shape you're on. Because it's from the viewpoint of the observer and what the observer sees. So the observer sees the celestial equator in a particular place. He knows what time of the year it is. He knows where the sun's going to be. He knows when it's going to come up. He knows when it's going to go down, right? So there's no globe model in any of that. In the mathematics I'm talking about, right? So in the mathematics, there's no globe in it. So technically, the globe can't predict the sunrise, sunset, whether it's in the sky 24 hours either. Your guys' idea of it isn't like a quantified idea. It's just like conceptual.
What do you mean, your guys?
The globe earthers.
Okay, so why do you associate me with them?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, see, you're presupposing my position.
Because you're obsessed with the fucking 24-hour sun. When it doesn't
I'm not. I think it's just a relevant discussion for the time we're in right now because there was an event.
What event?
The final experiment.
Yeah? And what did it show?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you guys. I wanted your input on it.
I already answered.
No, you didn't.
It showed something about the sun, and that's it.
Let me ask you this. And maybe you shouldn't interrupt.
You don't want to address that, right? Because what I just said is objectively true, okay? And you don't like it. You're trying to correlate the sun to the earth, and you don't have any justification for it.
I do, actually.
Okay, what is the justification?
The Bible.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This isn't a Bible fucking VC, dude. So go to find one of the religion chats and go talk about the shit there.
You're going to allow me to rephrase my question, or you're just going to talk over me?
Well, if you're interested, I mean, just if you'd like to go back to Friends, he's ready whenever you are. He said he's got the thing you want, India, just in case you want another option.
Okay. I looked at one data point that didn't match, so I don't know. So Franz, okay. What's the delta?
Yeah, so I posted, and I'm going to post some more here in the side chat.
So is this a dynamic model we're showing? Or is this a kinematic model? Are these the predictions of a kinematic or a dynamic model?
Yeah, one's dynamic, okay?
Okay,
And
so what are the forces
one
and
is a
shit involved?
prediction.
Okay. Do you know what a dynamic model versus a kinematic model is?
Yeah, well, I believe so.
No, you
One is
don't.
real time, one is a prediction. Okay.
No.
So the NOAA data
Kinematic
is
model
incorrect.
has forces like gravity and all those things, right? A kinematic model is just data fitting a pattern. So, for instance, a kinematic model would be orbits. Orbits are not dynamic models. Orbits are kinematic models. There's no forces. Okay? So, is the model kinematic or dynamic? I know the answer to this, and you don't. It's not a dynamic model. It is a model of a harmonic series. So it is kinematic, meaning they made a lot of observations, and they make a harmonic series using Fourier transforms to figure out what the pattern of the harmonic series is. There's no forces, there's no balls, there's no gravity, there's none of that shit, and it's not perfectly accurate.
So the real-time data from NOAA right now is incorrect.
Where did I say a fucking thing even resembling that?
Wait, don't
I'm
get
not
so
saying you did.
mean. Just be a little nicer, all right?
Are you my dad? You don't sound
No,
like my
not
dad.
necessarily. No, I
Are
don't
you a
sound like him,
mod?
but
Are you
I'm
a
not a
mod?
mod either. I just think that you should be a
Yeah,
little
so you're
bit.
going on mute. So, I didn't say anything remotely resembling like that. So why don't you steel man what I said about
No, I'm trying. I'm trying to clarify.
harmonic series and how they made the prediction from a harmonic series?
I'm trying to
Because if you
clarify because I don't quite understand what you're
I'm looking
saying.
on the page. It says prediction type harmonic. What does that
Okay.
mean?
Did you look at the most recent
Prediction type
photograph?
harmonic. What does that mean?
Oh, did you
You're
look
about
at
to
the
get
most?
banned. You got one last second. What does harmonic mean? It's your last chance, dude. Or you're going bye-bye.
Dude, I don't know.
Okay, goodbye. Oh, you don't know?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay, so if you track tidal heights over a period of time and plot it in a graph, it'll be a wave. Now, every wave can be decomposed using a Fourier series. And you can find harmonics within that Fourier series to make predictions of what some value will be at some future time. This is just harmonic analysis. This is not a dynamic model with forces and moons and fucking gravity and all those things.
with Wallace, you gonna need to slow it down.
Okay? This is another example of you globers believing it works one way, but in reality it works another way. As the fucking
Speedy
other
Globes Yo, Speedy Globes is on the call, dude.
You guys are
He's
so
calling
desperate
for his
for
globe back.
attention.
Dude,
It's just
dude, he's asking for his globe
so
back.
desperate for attention.
He's calling in, dude. He's calling
Yeah,
in.
you're
Answer.
desperate for attention, dude. Now, the very fact that you don't know the difference between what a kinematic and dynamic model is, and you think that there's a dynamic model of orbits, the moon, the sun, gravity, and all these things, and there's a dynamic model where they calculate the forces on the fucking water and the velocity of the water and the fucking Coriolis force, and they're doing all these calculations to figure out a tide height. That's not how it's done, okay? They monitor the tide height over a long period of time and do Fourier analysis to figure out what the tide height might be. The predictions are not perfect. Okay, so I looked at one example at one time, 440 at Chatham. It predicted 4.88, and the actual value was 4.95 tide height.
Okay, so You're saying
not address a fucking thing I said and straw man my position. Guarantee it. Don't say what I'm saying, okay? Because a straw man inability follows.
I didn't
Don't want to
even
hear
get
a straw
speak.
man for like the 93rd time this fucking week.
I didn't even get to speak.
I'm saving your breath. Don't straw man what I said. I heard you say so you're saying. A straw man always follows.
Okay. So to address firstly, the prediction not matching up with the actual tide height. Were those at the exact same times predicted?
Yes.
Okay.
440.
Okay.
Chatham, Massachusetts.
So the other thing I wanted to follow up with here.
Even if it did match, hold on, France, this is very important. Even if it did match, it wouldn't support your claim because the methodology of prediction is not the methodology you think they're using.
He's telling you
You
that
understand?
the
You
result you're
understand what I'm
getting.
saying is? Oh, sorry, Jumsy, go ahead.
I'm just saying
Sir
that
Isaac,
even the information that you're getting is not going to give you what the conclusion that you pretend concluding, like the globe. The tides means globe. No, they're not giving you that. You're getting information about tides, but not that you're taking it to. Go ahead, my bad.
Well, that's why I brought up the mathematics that Sir Isaac Newton, found, and came up with at the beginning. So, well, what about what Sir Isaac Newton formulated?
What about it? Why do I got to show it's wrong? It's for you to show that somehow whatever he did is right. I don't have to prove it wrong.
Well, I would say
You
that
need
we
to
can hit
support
the
it with
mathematical
evidence.
predictions so closely would
How
be
close?
evidence of that.
What is the mean?
For example,
what are the error bars in the prediction?
Well, so we can go off the numbers that we did earlier.
No, we can't because that's not the same method, dude. Good try though to backdoor that shit in there, but it ain't gonna work. It's not the same method as Newton. You know we have a phenomenon, and we as human beings will make multiple models for that, and that these models are not all the same.
Okay, so NOAA does not analyze astronomical data?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, dude, just fucking go on mute, bro. You fucking can't listen. Yeah, they can, but they didn't. It's a harmonic series. Go find out what Fourier analysis is and then come back. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Sporadic is probably fucking in the chat having a fucking mental breakdown, bro. Because I am. Okay, to recap, the method used by NOAA that you provided is not the method of Newton. They don't need to make astronomical observation. They only need to look at previous tide heights to predict the next tide height. Just like I can look at a bus schedule and look out the little peephole seeing nothing else, and I can look at the clock and go, a bus comes by every hour, right? And on the third hour, one bus comes every 20 minutes. And on the 6th hour, one bus comes every 10 minutes. Now I have a pattern. And I can take that pattern and approximate it as a wave and decompose that wave into harmonics where each fucking point on a peak of the wave tells me when the next bus comes. I don't need to know nothing about buses. I don't need to know nothing about the internal combustion engine. I don't need to know nothing about the fucking driver. I don't need to know anything at all. Only when I look out the peephole, a bus came, I accumulate a lot of data, then use mathematics to predict when the next fucking bus comes. You understand? This is a kinematic model. A dynamic model would be, I know that the bus started going and he applied fucking gas, or fucking, he stepped on the pedal and gas injected into the fucking engine and propelled the bus forward, and like calculate all the forces to get the bus there to predict when the bus would arrive. That's a dynamic model. That's what you're claiming they're doing. That is not what they're doing. Fucking bro. Frack just solved the mystery of the woman. Yeah, you could also like, that periodicity that you're talking about in the chat. You can also correlate lack of sex in males to that periodicity, and pregnancy, and a whole bunch of other things will correlate with that. I bet you can correlate how many beers a man drinks to that pattern too.
Yeah, this all started with friends because we were talking about the Chicago observation with that other guy. He's gone now. And he was trying to say there was kind of some kind of geographic features that had to be taken into account. Then I mentioned that it was over water. Then he said that, yeah, and I asked him if water lies flat in its container. Yeah, and then he started making claims about gravity bending water around a ball, and then he claimed the tides was evidence of this phenomenon. So just a little recap there. That's how we got off on that little rabbit trail with
That was
his...
the original claim?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I asked him. He denies it. I'm going to rewind and play it because that's totally what it was. Yeah.
So the original claim is that they model curvature and that's how tides work? Like that?
Hey, friends. Yeah. Remember I said, doesn't water lie flat in its container? And you said that gravity was curving the water on the ball. And I asked you for your evidence of that. And then you said tides. Do you recall that, friends?
Yeah, I said water moves towards the center of gravity.
And your evidence for that was tides. That's how we got onto this whole topic.
Correct, yes.
Okay, I'm glad you're admitting that. Thank you.
That would necessitate a spherical curvature drop over the surface, yeah. Right?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Can you show me that? Okay, thanks.
How do you want me to show you over Discord?
I take it since you're asking me how you would do it, that this is just like a stalling tactic and that you can't, so that's good enough for me.
No, it's really not a stalling tactic. I'm asking you how I would do that over Discord.
Why would you ask me how to present your information? Shouldn't you know? Unless you just don't have it.
Yeah, I've already provided tidal forces as a reason why.
A reason why? I'm asking you to demonstrate curvature drop, not asking for reasons.
Or as an example of.
It's not an example of curvature drop. I mean, you know what Discord is capable of. Like, you can post videos,
course.
pictures, you can talk, you know. You know what you can do here? So you're just stalling, obviously. I would almost even take the mention of tides as a forfeit, because that's like pretty much a red herring. Like, somebody asks you to show water bending and you go to tides and some elaborate story about it. It's like, right there, it's like obvious that you're obfuscating and don't really have the goods, you know?
Not really. I mean, I said that gravity is the force that is affecting water, correct? And the
No.
reason that it moves.
No, I'm not
the
going
way
to
it
take that
does.
premise, dude.
Is that not what I said?
Yeah, but you're just asking us to beg the question of another claim of yours. So you're claim stacking.
Okay. So have you heard of the Rainy Lake experiment?
Yeah.
Okay.
They used an auto level, right?
No, I was going to ask you to explain it to me because I haven't heard of it. I just pulled it up.
Yeah, that seems to be what Google is promoting, because that's the first thing that people find now. So they used an auto level, which is a short range leveling tool over something like 10 kilometers. So right there, I mean, it's kind of a boneheaded thing.
Yeah, I've had a question in the past and I've never gotten a satisfactory answer to it. I'm looking for a model of the flat Earth that does not rely on conspiracy from the rest of the people around the world throughout history.
Can I use one country on that model?
Did anyone else find that
answer.
question like really amusing, or was it just me?
So the Russians are lying, the Chinese are lying, the Japanese are lying, the Indians are lying, the Europeans are lying, and the only ones who are right are you in this call.
I'll give you a model of the flat Earth, and you can give me a model of the entire universe and how it works perfectly.
No, that wasn't my. We have models that work better than
these
yours.
people that you say are lying, can you show us where they made official statements about the shape of the Earth? Official statements.
I can show you pictures where they have taken photos of the moon from the moon.
How do you know they're
photos from the Russians?
How do you know that's
who
what they
have
are?
taken photos of the Earth from the moon.
How do you know that's what they are? How do you know those are photos of the Earth? How do you know that?
So my original statement is the flat Earth relies on conspiracy, and if you say that
it relies, that's wrong. It relies on measurement.
Japanese
it relies on measurement.
Indians are lying.
Okay, it relies on measurement.
It relies on measurement.
Yeah,
but
it
you're saying
relies
that
on
all of the
measurement.
People around the world have mismeasured, and their satellites in orbit are a lie.
Okay, can
and
you
their
give me?
satellites on the moon are a
So
lie.
you're here to spew narrative. So you're going to be muted if you don't have a conversation. You'll just be muted. This isn't your soapbox.
I've asked
Get up,
the question. Does this rely on?
I'm trying to, but you're talking over me. I'm trying to, but you're talking. You asked me a question and you answered it. That's fucked up, don't you think?
If you don't have an answer, go ahead.
If I don't have an answer, go ahead.
Do you have an answer?
How would I do that?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, the Earth measures flat.
According to you.
No, according to measurements.
According to you.
What do you mean, according to me?
It means that there's 8 billion people on the planet, and you say it's flat.
Have you measured the Earth?
No.
Have you?
It's measured flat, so I can give you measurements, right? That other people have done. So I'll give you one that isn't even that I've done. The U.S. Geospatial Agency, they published something. It's called the Southern Ocean Sailing Guide. It says in it that it's not uncommon to see mountains 300 miles away. Now, this is a sailing guide. So ostensibly, the advice is for a ship that's at sea level. Now, if you punch in 300-mile sight distance from, say, 100 feet above the water, the only mountains that should be seen from 300 miles away, would be 10 miles tall. Well, since Mount Everest is only 5 miles tall, we have a problem. So it isn't according to me.
Okay, so you point out an issue in potentially what is just your own calculation.
I can give you way more. I can give you Marconi. I can give you Marconi's 10,000-mile radio broadcast. I can give you the Knickerbein, which is the German bombing beam system, which they couldn't believe worked.
From the moon.
So the Knickerbein was a World War II bombing beam system where they crossed two fucking radio wave paths, and then when the bomber went in between them, they would drop their bombs. Those radar stations were over 300 miles away from England. Okay? They knew it was happening, but they said this is impossible because the Earth is a globe. Well, guess what? The Earth is not a globe, and they did it.
So how do you explain photos from the moon? How do you explain the photos?
How do you know they're photos from the moon? How do you know there's photos from? They are photos from the moon.
They're corroborated by the Soviets, who have every incentive to say that these
were next to them when they took the picture.
The Soviets didn't dispute it. They had every reason to.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
No, they haven't.
You're ill-informed, brother.
The Soviets did not dispute that we landed on the moon before they did. The Soviets have satellites, or had satellites in orbit before we did.
The Soviets
didn't
dispute it. You're lying or ignorant. So the Roscosmos director, the Roscosmos director said Apollo was fake 6 months ago.
You mean the dude who is Roscosmos?
Oh, now he's just some. Now it don't matter. Right now we don't believe them. We just believed them a second ago, but now we don't believe them.
No, this one dude. Oh, by the way, this dude
was director of their entire space program.
He was also ejected by Putin.
What does that mean? He retired.
So did he say that they don't have satellites in orbit, that they haven't taken photos of the Earth?
No, what he said was the Apollo moon mission never happened.
Yeah. He can go ahead and say that all that he wants, but we have photos of Earth from the moon. We have mirrors on the moon.
Oh, yeah. And what do?
They measure the distance from the Earth to the moon.
Really?
Send up
How did they do that before the mirrors then? How did they do that in 1961? How did they do that in 1961?
We guesstimated it. We didn't have accurate
with lasers.
We put the mirrors on the moon.
And then the Soviets did it. So MIT did it in 1961 with lasers, guesstimating it. And the Soviets also did it at the Crimean Observatory with lasers, guesstimating it.
No, so the lasers bouncing the light off the mirrors on the moon is to measure a precise distance down to the ability where we can see that it's drifting away from us.
What's the precision versus the other method?
Well, the precision is that we can see like centimeter or meter
quantity, dude. I want a numerical quantity because you're just lying, dude. You're making shit up.
So how do we know that the moon is drifting away from us?
You don't know that.
Minute amount. Yeah, we do, because we have the mirrors on the moon.
No, there's no mirrors on the moon. You don't know that. You just believe it because you read an article that said the moon is drifting away from us because we put mirrors
so again,
there.
You rely on conspiracy.
No, it's not a conspiracy. You said you're gullible.
I'm gullible, but the Indian, Chinese, Russian, Soviets, all of them are lying to you.
That makes you special.
It's not all the Chinese. It's not all the Indians. It's not all the Soviets. The Soviet Union don't even exist anymore. Okay? You're making that shit up, bro. You're making it up.
Conspiring against
brother,
you right now.
You're making it up. You're making it up.
You want photos of the Earth from the Chinese.
Okay. Yeah. So the Chinese have a space station. So, bro, check this out. Check this out. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny. The Chinese have a space station. It's 23 kilometers lower than the ISS, and it shows a flat Earth. Now what?
It doesn't show a flat Earth. They're orbiting.
Yes, it does. I'm gonna post it in the chat. I'm gonna post a picture in the chat. Okay.
Do you know how would they be orbiting a flat Earth?
Oh, dude, who cares? It's a flat Earth because I saw pictures from the Chinese.
I love.
No, it's a flat Earth because I saw pictures from the Chinese, dude.
Absolutely love your logic. It's fantastic.
It's your logic.
Yeah, it's your
You
line.
don't get, this is called a reduction to absurdity.
How do
Okay?
you orbit without a flat plane?
So
This is what
your
you're doing.
argument that the Earth is a globe because of sociology, because that is your argument. The Chinese, there's some people, and I can't believe some people would do something. Your argument is what's called a sociological argument. Okay? You can't prove the shape of the Earth with sociology. I'm pretty sure.
I can prove it with a photo.
No, you can't prove it with a photo. Photos
Yeah, I
can't
can
actually
prove it with a
prove
photo.
things. Look, no, you can't, because it could be
so
a
you're saying the
photo of
photo is a
anything.
lie.
What'd you say?
So the photo is a lie, correct?
Oh, why would they lie?
Dude, are you retarded? What does
No,
lie
so
mean?
we have photos
Lie
of the
means,
Earth.
look,
Either they're
dude, I'm
true or they're
fucking muting you,
incorrect.
dude,
They're a
because you're
lie.
retarded.
No, it was
Lie,
a Jedi trick. No, it was a
lie
Jedi
means,
video.
hold on. Lie means intentional deception. How can a photo be a lie unless the photo is sentient?
Okay, that's a weird ass argument. But if the answer is a
answer.
Are you done?
Answer.
I'm gonna let you finish, okay? I can answer your question, but you need to come down.
What was my question?
He's not answering.
What was my question?
I would love to answer, but the dude just yells at me. What do you want me to do?
What was
his question?
What was the question?
His question was, how can a photo be a lie if it's not sentient?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what the question was. It's a Jedi mind
No, the
trick.
question was how can a photo be a lie?
Hey, Woodwop. Listen, dude, you said you wanted to see a
My name.
model. Listen, you said you wanted to see a model. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
No, the question was, how can a photo
No, we're not
be a lie?
deflecting to that shit, dude. Don't let this dude off the hook.
That's your question.
Yeah,
No,
my
it's your question.
No, Matt, stop. Listen, dude, how can a photo be a lie if it's not sentient? You asked me, so the photo is a lie. That is incoherent nonsense. That is rhetorical gimmick bullshit debate, bro. Okay, you're a debate bro, aren't you?
No, I'm literally asking you a straightforward question.
Okay,
is
so
a photo a lie?
photo can't be a lie that doesn't even make sense, that is incoherent.
So
lies are done by sentient beings because they require intent. Okay, photos cannot have an intent. Dude, can all you do is talk over? Is that literally all you can do?
Who made the photo?
A human being.
And he's lying. Is the photo a lie because the person who made it is
I don't know what he said about the photo. What did he say? How do you know that? Show us.
I will send you a photo from NASA.
No,
of the
I
Earth,
want
and
the
you will tell
guy,
me,
some
is it a
guy
lie
saying,
or
I
not?
took this, it's a photo of the Earth, I took it. Show that.
God damn.
Dude, the Earth is.
Oh, actually, so you have to substantiate that somehow someone's lying. The fact of the matter is, it could be an actual photo, an actual photograph. That doesn't mean it's a photo of the Earth. Okay? Do you know what hyper-realistic painting is?
Okay,
I'll show you a picture right now of Morgan Freeman that you're going to think is a photograph, but is a painting. Photographs aren't lies, dude. Stop it. This is a rhetorical gimmick. It's not going to work here. You're not going to be allowed to get away with it.
I'll phrase this in a certain way for you so you're happier about it. Is the person who took this photo and says that it is a photo of the round Earth taken from space, viewing it from the top down,
how do you know that?
Or wherever?
How
are they
do you know
saying
what
that
he
this
says is
and
true?
They're incorrect and they're not
okay,
telling
no.
the truth?
How do you know what he says is true? Whoever claimed that?
Because it's corroborated by other people who have satellites in orbit.
So there's a guy that took a photograph of the Earth, and then that photograph that he took was corroborated by other satellites. That's what you're saying. When?
Yeah.
Yeah, when? Give us the timeline of when it was corroborated. Give us the timeline of when it was corroborated. And we want particulars. Like, post a photo, and then post the photos of the satellites that corroborated it. Not of the satellites themselves, but of the photos that they took. Go ahead, post it in the chat. Yeah, you don't have that. You're just talking mad fucking shit, dude.
Whoa.
So this is a photo
You're talking
from the
mad
Chinese
shit, dude.
astronauts.
Who gives a fuck, dude?
Do you want to talk to the people on the ISS? Because I can tell you how to talk to them. You can tell me that they're lying to you when you speak to them.
Oh, what are you talking about? I will tell them they're lying to you. I've talked to fucking people that claim to have made satellites, dumb fuck. Have you?
So if you want to talk to the astronauts on the ISS, you can actually speak to them
talk
through
to
ham
anybody
radio.
that claimed they put something in space? Anybody?
I've dated those people. I fucked them.
Dated those people. Dude, you couldn't get laid in a woman's prison with a fistful pardon.
Whoa! Can I make a comment on top of a question?
No.
I don't know.
It's a flat Earth question.
Yeah, I don't care. We're dealing with dumb
So
fuck.
my comment is that, like,
yeah, Charlie, where are you to report him? So,
hello.
I'm sad, Woodward, whatever your fucking name is, that your entire worldview is based upon trusting complete strangers, but I don't do that. I can go out
I'm glad
and
you don't.
test. I can go out, see, look what that depicts, right? How can I prove that this is a fake photo? Do you think I can prove this is a fake photo?
So it's okay,
can I
you
prove that this is a fake photo? I'm asking you.
Believe that it is.
I'm asking you a question.
So
I'm asking you a question.
Conspiracy.
Is it possible to prove that that's a fake photo?
Yeah, it is, but you have to have resources to do it.
How can I prove it's a fake photo? Because I'll do it right now.
Well, you have to have the resources to do it. Can you go to the moon and take a photo?
Tell me the method, dude. The method.
Probably the easiest way for you to do it is to get a balloon that can go high enough.
No, that doesn't prove that that's a fake photo. That photograph right there that you posted, how do I prove that photo's fake?
Can you find any evidence within the photo that it is a fake? Maybe the time of day.
Well, I can go by what the photo depicts.
The globe Earth model would
so I can go by what
is shown.
I can go by what the photo depicts. It depicts an Earth covered in water that's curving.
Yeah.
Right? Correct?
Would that contradict your
correct?
worldview?
Yes or no? Does it depict curving water?
I don't know. You look at the photo and you tell me.
Okay, I'm not going to mute, dude. Yeah, shut the fuck up, dude. You dishonest motherfucker, dude. Y'all are slime balls. Kaylee, now you can say something, or Kayla, or whatever your name is.
Well, dude,
They are
not
slime
to
balls
be like
confirmed.
hateful, with all due respect, Woo Woo was very respectful. Like,
no, he wasn't, dude. You should have been here earlier.
Dude. Well, I mean, just now and from what
I never heard of a female white knight.
He wasn't talking over.
It's
like,
the modern way.
Did he answer my question? Did he answer my question?
I mean, I think he tried to, but
what was the answer? What was the answer he tried to answer with?
Well, I couldn't tell you. It's not a reminder.
Yeah, of course you can't because it didn't happen.
But I have
you're
like
a
right
fucking
now,
liar,
like,
just
I'm
like
not
he is.
doing
And now you're
anything
going on mute.
to you.
We don't put up with bullshit here. We don't put up with bullshit here, woman.
It's not bullshit. It's a question.
Oh, she wants to ask a question. Okay, let's hear it. I hope it has nothing to do with what happened before. We're starting new, right, Akela? Welcome to the Flat Earth server. What's your question about the Flat Earth?
Is that it's not about proof, it's not about evidence, but it's about if the Earth is flat, what's the purpose in lying about it? Who does it benefit? And why is the entire Earth and every government decided that they
benefits
would
you
lie
because you would crack if you knew the truth?
Knowing that the Earth is flat?
You go
But you
absolutely
guys continue
insane.
to believe and advocate for it.
Have you not? Kaylo, you've been in here for the last. How long have you been in here? How long have you been in here?
Like probably like 20 minutes.
Have you heard the nonsense coming out of the people that I've been talking to?
I mean, I think most people try to like argue with like math and
argue with
stuff
math.
Like that. I mean,
Who
I think
presented
so.
any
People
math
like to bring
in
up
here?
numbers. People like to bring up photos. People like to bring up claims from organizations like NASA.
I'm talking about the behavior, like because you're making an appeal to people, right? So now you're talking about the objective evidence, which I'm fine to talk. Listen, I'm fine to talk about the objective evidence, but you started with why would some people do something? Okay, so if we're on the subject of. Okay, your question was about people, right?
Like you asked me a question, I responded.
What's your question
to that
about people? Why aren't you listening? Why are you ignoring what I'm saying to you?
I'm not ignoring. I'm willing.
I'm going to ask you again. Then you said you're not. Now that you said you're not ignoring me, I'm going to ask you again.
Go ahead.
What's your question about people?
No, I mean, yeah,
No.
it would be
Yeah,
from like who is hiding this.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
more.
So it's about people. Okay.
So more so
So there's
why?
people in this chat
Yeah, but why?
doing a behavior. Okay. That's
Right.
the reason.
Huh? What was that?
Okay. You're the reason, dude. You're the reason. You just saw fucking 5 people come in here and spurg out over an idea they don't even understand. Okay? They don't understand the globe. I could ask them any questions. What's the radius? How was it proved? Who proved it? I could ask them anything. They have no
that's
idea.
not what I'm asking. I'm
Hold
just
on,
asking.
dude. I'm answering your question. Why don't you listen?
Whoa.
Why don't you listen? I'm answering your question.
I'm listening.
If there's a
I'm
complex
listening.
answer because you're asking us to speculate as to people's motives. So I'm telling you, they get people to defend an idea that they don't understand for absolutely nothing. That is power. It's power,
what
dude.
is the
That's the
purpose of
reason.
power?
The reason is power.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is what power? Like, what
The
do
power
they
to
get? Is
control
it
people's
power
fucking
just over
behavior, dude.
knowledge?
The
Is it
power to
power over
control.
knowledge?
My God, don't answer the question that you asked me. Let me answer it.
Go ahead. I'm not
I
trying to
did
argue
answer it, and you said, "Is it knowledge?" I said, "No. The power is to manipulate people's behavior."
What
In
about
what
that?
way do you think that's being manipulated?
Okay.
In what way? And me believing the Earth is round is my.
So you're going to answer the question you asked again. You have a bad habit of this. You ask
I asked you a couple questions. I didn't answer a question. I asked you a series of questions.
Okay, so how about we do one at a time? What was the first one?
The first one was, what does the government benefit in
Who said it's
me
the government?
believing the Earth? Okay, well, anyone, whoever came up with this lie, whoever it is, because that's what I did ask. That question wasn't answered.
Well,
so my next
I
one is
wouldn't
that whoever.
characterize it as a lie, though. This is the thing. Could you ever consider that they're just wrong?
Huh?
And
What
that
do
the
you mean?
people are lying that would know the truth, that fraction, that's a small fraction of people. And that just most of the people, like your mother believes that the Earth is a globe, right?
I mean, I can't say it's ever something that we discussed, but I
But do you
imagine.
think that she thinks that?
Yeah.
Okay, why does she believe
Or
it?
you can make sure the fresks are in the fridge at least. So maybe bring one of those refrigerated Powerades, because there's some in the fridge.
Respectfully.
Oh, Tempo, you're hot biking. I'll have to mute you again.
I'm sorry about that. I'm talking to my
Yeah,
girlfriend.
mute yourself. Yeah, that's all right.
She was gonna bring me a beer, and we were gonna watch.
Okay.
He just keeps
Yeah,
talking because
girlfriend
he's
confirmed.
very upset. So Tempo has to interrupt. So I'm gonna. So it's really simple. Okay. There's a small. Your mother believes it, and when she tells somebody, or like you, the Earth is a globe, she's not lying. She's telling the truth. She's just wrong. It's not a lie. She's just wrong. Right? So if a government official says Earth is a globe, they have no way to know. Right? They're just wrong. They're not lying. Why are you interrupting me? Do you have a mental
I'm
fucking
sorry.
disease?
I thought you were done.
What part did you think I was done?
But you kept pausing between the things you were saying, so I thought you were done.
It was
That's why
like I think you could discern that it wasn't done from the cadence, but
I couldn't. That's why I cut myself off.
Okay, fine, fantastic. So if somebody tells you that there's a globe, they're just wrong. They're not lying because they don't know. Like I asked Franz here, anybody can ask him. I'll ask you. How do you know the Earth is a globe? How do you know it to be true?
Why did I get muted?
I don't know. I didn't mute you, but someone else did. I just noticed.
Strange.
Well, I mean, there's that
I'm
other
just
dude was
trying to be
maybe.
respectful as possible. Like I'm not coming in here swinging. I'm not trying to argue any hateful point. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to understand what you believe.
Okay, really, I don't have a belief. You do. That's what you're confused about.
It's just the thing is that I don't care. Like if the Earth was flat or the Earth was round, at the end of the day, I'm laying my head on my pillow and I'm having sweet dreams.
Yeah. Then go tell your mom you're a flat earther right now and see what happens if it doesn't matter.
I don't think it would be that big of a deal. I think she'd probably laugh at me and then say, "Yeah, right," and then probably walk away.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't
what
think
you
it's
think.
That I mean, that's what I know. I know my mom.
I've had people send me autopsy photos for 6 weeks in my DMs.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. This topic makes people go crazy. So from your point of view,
I'm not trying. I just want to know.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. From your point of view, it seems very innocuous because you're not invested in it. There's other people that are invested in it, and this topic makes them go mental.
I'm invested in
the idea.
Question. Well, no, but I'm invested in my question, and that is who is hiding the secret that the Earth
you
is flat
can't hide
and why?
it. Dude, this is the thing.
But they are.
Got it backwards. How can you hide the Earth?
I mean, I guess you can't.
How can you hide the Earth?
Live on the Earth.
Listen, yeah,
but
you
why
live on the
was
Earth.
I being told from when I was small that the Earth is round? Oh, what?
Okay, from your point of view. No, you're a yapper, bro. Your word count is ridiculous.
No, go ahead and finish what you need to say.
It's really simple. Listen, you personally and everyone you know have only experienced the flat, motionless Earth. It can't be hidden. You experience it every day. You go to the beach, flat. You go top of a mountain, flat. Get in an airplane, flat, right? Motion, you never feel that unless there's an earthquake. Okay? So that's what you experience. This isn't hidden. Someone comes along and says, hey, dude, that's an optical illusion. That don't actually exist. You actually are spinning, even though it looks like the sun's moving, you're moving. Oh, it doesn't look flat. It's actually a giant ball. That's an optical illusion. And you choose to believe that. They're not hiding anything. They're offering you something. Hey, dude, this is what we say the world is. And you're accepting it. It's not being hidden.
Well, then, I mean, in school, they teach that the Earth is round.
Yeah, you got to get the answer on the test, right? So they say, memorize this, get this right answer on the test. But you're not going to be flogged to death if you say, I don't believe this shit.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just asking the purpose. Like, that's all I'm asking. It's like in school.
Well, I mean, that's an intricate question because it's an intricate question because there's a history behind it that goes way back. It started as kind of like a metaphysical, philosophical idea, and grew since then. Right? It didn't like. It's not like someone said, "Hey, I discovered the Earth is a globe," and the entire world was like, "Oh, the Earth is a globe." It had like the idea spread over time. Like the Chinese were flat earthers into the 20th century. This isn't like the way people think about it is that like Christopher Columbus sailed to fucking Cuba and like all of a sudden the entire world's a bunch of globe earthers. It didn't happen like that. It's an idea that has spread through tradition over time. Because initially everyone was flat earthers. All the religious texts of all over the world, flat earth cosmology. Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, Islam, Christianity. Like
back in the day, believed that if you shoved crocodile shit in your cooch, that it was a type of birth control, right? They also used to believe that. But now we have science and we have math.
Oh, really?
And we have things that prove that the Earth is round. Again,
okay.
I'm not arguing.
Okay, then give me one. Give me.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing that point with you.
Yeah, you can't.
But I'm.
Because first of all, you made a category error. The shape of the Earth isn't even science; it's a geometry.
Okay.
So you don't know what science is. You wouldn't know science if it was a brick and it hit you. You have no idea. Science is just a buzzword. You say.
Indio?
No, that's serious. Science is a buzzword.
I would love to continue this conversation, but I cannot continue this conversation if there's not. Of
course, because you don't know what science is. What's an independent variable?
No, I just want a mutual respect. That's it.
No, this isn't about respect. It's calling a spade a spade. I am being completely respectful. The fact is, you don't know what science is. You are probably a C student in science going through school. That's a fact. The shape of the Earth is not a scientific question
how the Earth is flat,
because there's no experiment involved. Science determines cause and effect relationships of natural phenomenon. That does not apply to the shape of the Earth. Okay? So when you say science proves it, and science itself doesn't even claim to prove anything in the first place. That's a known problem from Hume called the problem of induction. So you're saying, like, when you say that shit, I know that you know absolutely nothing about science, the scientific method, scientific practice, the history of science, or fucking anything. And this isn't an insult. It's not, I don't know anything about fucking, the Toronto Maple fucking Leafs hockey team. I'm ignorant. And that's okay. You're ignorant about science. That's okay.
Well,
what
I meant. I didn't say math is science. Math is just a tool of science. Geometry is a type of math.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more of like.
Yeah,
It's
but when you
okay.
say
Listen,
Earth is a
I came
globe,
here
that's a shape
seeking an
claim.
answer. I came here seeking an answer to my question. I did not get the answer to that question.
Of course,
I will make
it's
my way out.
speculation.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
it's
your time.
speculation.
I
You
wish
want us
this
to
would have
read
been more
minds,
respectful.
KO. No, I
wish
was
that this
respectful.
would have been a
No,
good
I was
conversation,
respectful, and you're being
mutual
disrespectful,
respect.
trying to spin a
But it
narrative
was
like a
not
loser.
that.
Nah, you're a loser, dude. You're just trying to spin a
Have a
narrative
good
now.
night,
To
Indio.
save face.
Thank you
Bye,
for your
bitch.
time.
Yeah,
Your
bye,
rude
bitch.
time.
Yeah, bye, bitch.
That
If
was
you guys
funny.
think you're gonna fucking trample us, you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. And I dare you to simp for that cunt.
No, that was funny, dude. I gotta say, crocodile shit in the cooch, that would kill the mother and the baby.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did that. It's probably just some shit she heard. It's just like a rumor. You know what they used to think? That sticking crocodile stuff, like no one ever did that, dude.
Oh,
So
yeah,
Brendan,
that was
yeah, but
horrible.
it was. So Brendan, so just to confirm, do you believe that you live on a globe?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do you believe that you live on a globe?
Oh no, I'm agnostic, lean globetard. I stay in my lane.
You're an agnostic globetard.
I'm an agnostic globetard.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, because that kind of goes along with what we were saying earlier. Like your area of expertise wouldn't confirm or deny. But have you been have people explained to you before the thing I would have explained to crazy spiraling dude if he'd let me, which was how he could do his own test? I mean, you must have, since you've been in here, heard something about how you
Brendan's in the
do your own
carpool lane.
test,
Alpha,
right?
my boy Jedi, my boy Alpha. Alpha's given me the whole lore. I'm caught up. Speed.
Yeah.
But if you do have the floor, obviously, if you'd like to share with the rest of the group. For those that haven't heard, I don't know. That's up to you, but I have heard.
Well, I don't want to be repetitive. I mean, just tell me what Jedi and Alpha told you so that I know if there's anything I have to add.
We're talking. Oh gosh. Well, now that you put me on the spot, I'm trying to think. I think it had to do with last time we spoke on this. It was when the flat earthers and the globetards went down to Antarctica on that little trip, that little expedition, if you will, and we're looking at the sun angle and seeing like how it rose and fell right over time. I recall this was God, how long ago? A few months ago. I remember Alpha saying something like, "Well, if you really wanted to replicate that, you could, but it had to be more scientific versus the crap that they were doing down in Antarctica by just sticking their hand up in the air." So it was something to that effect. But clean me up if I'm missing anything specific.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go to Antarctica to show there's no curve. You know, I would just use I would either use the 8 inches per mile squared drop over distance predicted by the geometry of a sphere, or I would use the 1.22 miles times the square root of the observer's height in feet for the maximum distance of the geometric horizon on the alleged sphere. And then I would go out and I would either do a long distance observation or a laser test or a horizon observation to show that that's not what we actually observe in reality. I mean, did they show you before any of the horizon observations, like the Black Swan, Santa Barbara observation that I just put there in the side chat at 14 minutes after the hour? Have you seen that one before?
Yes. Yeah. This was. No, I appreciate you telling me. This is all new to me. Yeah, I had a completely different.
He's a meteorologist. He'll just say, "It's a mirage," like the other guy.
Listen.
What you're seeing here is a mirage. We know that because we know it's a globe.
Yeah.
Anything that doesn't comport with that is obviously a mirage or some sort of optical distortion.
I'll tell you what, though. That's why I'm not a TV meteorologist. Like, I could never do that shit. Like, just being wrong all the time and, like, defending yourself and being like, well, I was wrong because of this, and that. Like, never admitting when you're wrong, you know what I mean? I couldn't.
Well, you know, don't they like sometimes shout out people for their birth dates? At least you'll be right then.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Do the Al Roker. And here's Ivy. Who's what's this? She's 85 years young today. Like you'd be, like I said, you'd be right. You know, at least then.
Al Roker.
It's a jar of Smuckers.
Jar of Smuckers.
Yep, he celebrates the people that are 100 years old. Those are cool. I haven't seen that for a long time. Is he still there? He must be gone, right?
Who, Al Roker?
Yeah.
No, he's still there.
Really? You're kidding me? Like he's still working?
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh, listen,
Dude, he's like 900 pounds, man.
$15
Like
million a year.
Getting younger.
$15 million a year to do that shit. And he's not even like he doesn't even do weather that much anymore. He'll do like the weather, like shout it out a couple times, but he's mostly just a figurehead. And he gets paid $50 million. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I'd be a figurehead for that, maybe.
Oh hell yeah, dick around and yeah.
So, have you ever seen the Bolivian salt flats? You know what those are?
Are you asking me?
You heard of those, Brendan? Bolivian salt flats. So they're a salt flat that's in Chile. They're like 43,000 square mile salt flat, but every once in a while it rains and they fill up with about 3 inches of water, and it turns it into a gigantic mirror.
What?
Yeah. So if you scroll up and watch the video I posted.
Yeah. Listen.
Okay, it's a short video. It's like 30 seconds or whatever. But this will blow your mind. Now, there's plenty of pictures of this area. And the main thing about it and how it relates to this topic is the sky and the reflection of the sky are perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah.
Which is impossible off a curved mirror. And if you punch into Chat GPT, hey, when would the curve, at what distance would the curve start to be noticeable if the Earth was a globe at 3,959 mile radius? It says you'd start to see the difference in the reflection at 0.7 miles. Now, of course, it's AI and shit, but it will actually calculate out the whole formula. And I asked ChatGPT, I asked DeepSeek, I asked Gemini. They all did different formulations, but they all came to the same exact number.
You know what that's called, my friend? That's called good model validation. So kudos to you on that. Good model validation. Because ultimately, yeah. I want to address your point though in a second. But with the AI thing, more people need to do that. Like how you actually harness AI is using different perspectives, different models. Yeah. Anyway, all right. But let me address what you said though. My question to you would be, if I came in here like a pompous ass and made a counter to this, like what would has anybody countered this point is my question?
What they'll say, so the counter would be Earth too biggie. That Earth too biggie, locally it's flat enough where you can't tell there's distortion. Okay. And someone, known flat earther, the main McToon, took like so I posted an image on X. So he took it and then inverted it and compared it and said, look, aha, this is not actually symmetrical. This one's a little stretched compared to the other. Well, here's the problem with that. It should have been compressed, not stretched. So it was the exact opposite of what should be on the globe. Because you got to remember, if the surface of the Earth is curved, right, that surface area from your viewpoint is less than the surface area of the sky. If you imagine the sky is a plane, right, and the ground is a plane, a curved surface, you don't have the same amount of surface area. So the angles can't be equal angles because you got the law of reflection. The angle of incidence equals the angle of reflection. You have the curved surface, so the reflection angle makes all the rays diverge. After reflection, right, you'll have the rays diverge off a curved mirror. Okay, so it can't be symmetrical. So the only thing they can say is Earth too biggie, but they just say it, right? And like I said, I ran through 3 models and asked that, like, how, like, when, like, with using the Earth of this size, basically, is it too big? And it's basically, no, it's not too big. You actually should notice it.
Because technically, even... Okay, take this same example, right? Even at some point, even if... Like, there should be at some point where, yes, this is symmetrical, right? Oh, shit, what was I going to say? Fuck, I lost it. Oh, that pisses me off. I follow everything you're saying, though, and I really actually want to dive into this myself, because I think it's a...
Yeah, so the reason I use this...
Yeah.
The reason I use this is because the common standard globe Earth defenders, they'll say, well, I know you can see 50 miles too far, but that's just refraction, lifting stuff up over the curve, right? You can't use that for this because it's reflection, not refraction. And there's the law of reflection. Whatever angle the light hits it, it has to bounce off at the same angle. So 45 degrees to 45 degrees, 30 degrees. If you have a curving surface, that angle is continuously changing. Understand? You understand that, right? That the curves, from your viewpoint, right? Yeah. So the reflection angles are constantly changing. They can't fucking reflect and be symmetrical. That's why we have, like, they stick like a convex mirror in the corner of stores, right? These objects may appear closer than they really are in the mirror on your car, right? Like, we like spherical mirrors diverge rays. It's pretty simple. And actually, it should actually be even worse than that, because spherical mirror will actually invert an image, right? So at a certain distance, the image inverts. It'll flip upside down. So if you're looking at your reflection in the mirror, and as you're walking towards it, when you'll reach like a point where the image will flip because the focal point changes.
I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best. I'm still an agnostic globetard, but this is a pretty interesting argument, though. I'm gonna look into this myself. But if
Cool.
you could you either in the side chat or in my DMs, can you share just from one of the prompts you sent through GPT, just so I can see how it, you know what I mean? If you have that saved, like where it actually works out the math.
Yeah. So it's funny because the way I asked it was, if I had a big giant mirror that was a ball to have a radius of 3,959 miles, I never said the Earth, right? I never said in the prompt the Earth, and it converted it to the Earth. So I said, I didn't say the Earth, I said a freaking giant spherical mirror. And it was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then it actually did the calculation, but when it translated me as saying the Earth for whatever reason, because of it being a fucking model, and it just because when you punch in the radius 3,959 miles, there's so many references to the Earth as that, right? It just assumes that's what you're talking about. But it changed the answer. It came up like when it changed the answer changed from when it like evaluated it as the Earth versus evaluating it as a mirror.
Yeah, because I want to dissect that for sure.
But I'll DM you. Like, I think I can link to the prompt. I think you can do that shit, so I'll do that.
Yeah, you can. If you send me, I don't think that's like a docs or anything. I think it just sends me the prompt. But no, it sounds good. And then I'll opine on it and hopefully give you some sort of counter. If I have a counter, we'll see. Maybe I'm befuddled after I've looked at it.
Befuddled. What a great word. I haven't heard anyone say befuddled for a long time. Yeah, also, I want to... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say real quick to put a book in it for a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of a wonderful scientific conversation we're just having. I wish more of my fellow globetards would have a dialogue such as this, but they don't. So it's a shame. But anyway.
Yeah, globetards don't like dialogue.
What does that tell you, though, Brendan? What does that tell you about how people think about this topic? it says something that they like this topic. There's a little bit of irrationality in the evaluation from normies about what this is, right? They're emotionally invested, and that's what I find. Just like because I've been debating this topic for a long time, and like I've seen the craziest behavior. You could debate any other topic. You could debate 9/11, JFK, frickin' Sandy Hook, frickin' Trump, fucking election fraud, or whatever. And people will act more sane about those topics than this topic. Some of this people just go absolutely bananas over this. And to me, that's like super interesting, even beyond the topic itself. Because there's no explanation for it. There's just no explanation for why people do it.
The indoctrination is the heaviest for this one. It's the deepest. They're not programmed to hate Trump from like 2 years old, but they are programmed to think it's a globe.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's just unquestionable and unthinkable that it could be anything else in their minds. It's so deep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you? Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay, thank you. I will. I'll look at this. I won't be able to really dissect it tonight, but yeah, I have bookmarked it. I will. I'll definitely reconnect on this.
Well, I mean, this is a civilized conversation. Where's all the fun at? Any nutcases in the chat?
Yeah, that was our civil conversation. I'm good. Let's get some crazy fucking globetrotters in here. Let's do it.